Yeah, we're live on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, I'm setting it up on YouTube right now.
Perfect.
Hear that?
No, what is it?
Fireworks. Hopefully.
Oh, hopefully. All right. World Travel Wednesday presents your hashtag Web Talk Live, which brings true engagement to your Web Talk, which brings true engagement. You listen, comment, you join. That was a great Web Talk Live, dude.
Yeah, why's that?
Well, it's actually when you were explaining things and going into detail about businesses, about more than 5 levels, about points don't matter, even about people don't need to invite anybody, and you just truly engage with others in Web Talk. And what was happening when you were sharing these different points of facts on how to grow Web Talk,
right.
What were they doing? They were trying to kind of share what's happening to them once they met you. And then when they were trying to share more, you would actually stop them to share even more. And what did they do? They listened.
Right.
Which was the key. That's why I say it was beautiful. Anybody can share about what they're creating in Web Talk. When they don't truly understand what it is, or they were led somewhere correctly by you, then it is what they were doing and sharing that was very empowering, that they went to the next levels because of the meeting with you from a couple times before. And then you were able to actually, like I said, just politely stop them, interrupt them, whatever, to share the bigger picture of Web Talk.
Right.
And they listened.
Yeah.
And that is the key.
Well, and I think that we're live now, Tim.
Wonderful.
I think that it's just they realize that, and I think that it kind of happens this way with a lot of people. I think when they realize that what we're trying to tell people is not just like guessing. We've already proven that it works. And
yes.
And if you listen and you understand what we're telling you is something that we've done or have experimented with, it works. So use it.
Yeah.
So that's
and once people understand that, then what happens is the whole of Web Talk begins to expand even quicker. more people join, more people engage. The Alexa rankings, that's why they show the Alexa rankings in WebTalk all the time. Even when we saw it, almost 2 years ago. And when you saw it before I even came in with you, it was at 90,000 you had shared.
Okay, there we go.
Of a ranking.
What's that?
Oh, no, that's okay.
Can you hear me?
Gotta do there. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, and you know what the thing is what I actually love about it is just knowing that if they've used a little bit of what we've kind of given to them, he's saying I'm seeing the increase. I'm seeing value already happening, and I think that's a good thing.
Correct.
That
yes.
As they explain it, or as they hear what's being explained to them, they go and try it, and they're starting to see the engagement changing. And this particular meeting was based on business people, and I think they get kind of bummed out when no one shows up, and I'm like, I don't even care. Give me one.
And again, what do we mean by, so that larger audience understands with web talkers that create Zooms? What do you mean by people not showing up? Where are they not showing up? You see?
Oh yeah, well they're not showing up in Zoom.
Exactly.
And the hope is that when they say I didn't get to the Zoom meeting, you can say, yeah, but you can go to WebTalk. And so if they didn't show up to the Zoom meeting, ultimately it's going to help your engagement because they have to go to WebTalk to watch what was being talked about. And if any of those businesses are smart, they would start talking to us.
And this is another point that I want to make very clear, that I know you made very clear, but a lot of web talkers will not understand, especially when they're hearing it from you, where you are somehow labeled IEG, which actually you're not truly labeled IEG, because you have other levels that are outside of Innovative English Global. Yeah. And so even those individuals are getting engagement from IEG, and IEG is giving them engagement. So there's the whole of what you termed a while ago about the ecosystem of WebTalk being created. And to make it clear, what actually Teacher Andy was talking about in that WebTalk Live is, hey guys, bring your, whoever you invite, business-wise, please, you talk to them about WebTalk. You invite them with your invitation, and then bring them over to IEG and the IEG Travel for Free project, and we will take their videos. We will put it in a page, that's a dead page, like he shared, Teacher Andy shared this. Not many people are gonna understand your words.
Yeah.
They're not, because they're looking for pages somewhere in the future. So if we have these commercials, these advertisements from these businesses that people in WebTalk invited, we're going to show in the broadcast of the travel channel with one at a time, web talkers who love travel presenting. So some of them are developing their English. And if you notice some of the others out of the 9 so far, there are people that are native speakers of English that are presenting and talking travel. And so I want to make that very clear to all the web talk world, that when Teacher Andy says, bring them to him, it doesn't mean that he wants to share this invitation link and then connect them to something called IEG. Everybody needs to understand that IEG, Innovative English Global, is simply one dream feeler, a feeler, an idea. What's the idea of this one global dream feeler? To learn English. That's only one. There are unlimited dream feelers. And the one last night that I was listening to, as you were presenting to the Dream Lifestyle team of WebTalk, which they are getting more engagement now because they understand what is actually connected to them. And what do we mean by connected to them, Eddie and Derek? What do we mean by that? Well, Teacher Andy, if you listen to the Web Talk Live, is on Derek's 4th level. Teacher Tim, I'm on the 5th level. Now, did Derek invite Teacher Tim? No. Teacher Andy did. 1 level. But because Derek purchased a pro package and the first million, he gets 5 levels deep. He doesn't know who Teacher Tim is. He doesn't know who Teacher Andy is. And do you know he actually reached out? I'm talking to the Web Talk world. He reached out in a talk mail, Derek, about a month ago. Why? He kind of figured something out, that something was happening in his 5th level. There were points.
Tim,
yes.
Can you maybe try to log off and come back on?
Sure.
I don't know what's going on, but it looks real choppy. It's not normal for you.
Okay. I'll come right back.
All right. Yeah, guys, that I mean, what Tim's talking about is you know, it makes perfect sense. You know, I'm not saying bring people and I want to give them my link. I'm saying if you get a business and bring them to us and say, hey, can you promote this business? Like I said, pretty much every business will be a business that that we will promote. Okay. Shoot, man. I don't. Okay, there we go. He's okay. So he left. So yeah. So when you find a business, especially businesses that are just kind of starting out with Web Talk, you know, they're going to be hesitant. They're going to say, well, how am I going to find people that are interested? Well, IAG is interested in everything, and that's just a group. I mean, it really is. It's just a group of people that are using hashtags to show some love for each other. But you know, it's all of Web Talk. I mean, people are going to see this, and people, when they start doing all these lives and stuff, they'll start seeing these companies a lot. And you gotta understand that that's you know, that's the purpose here, is to keep building up and keep supporting each other. And you know, it doesn't matter. You know, I think this is in Facebook already. It might not be. It might just be in Web Talk right now until Tim comes back. But if you're watching this, this isn't about one group, one person, anything like that. This is about many people working together to help build up the entire community of Web Talk. So it's not about me by any means, you know. And that is a good point that Tim said, that I'm not telling you to bring businesses to me and my link. I'm saying bring businesses to us, to myself, and I will promote your business. And I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for, you know, payment for special time. That's not it. I will help promote your business within Web Talk. And you know, we have a big enough group that people will see a lot of that. Tim, are you on now? There we go.
Yeah, Teacher Andy, I am, and I just did a little test. I went into Web Talk, okay, and I listened to the Web Talk Live, and I went to Martin because Martin likes to share. He copied the link, he created his own, and then I wrote in Martin's engagement. I gave him a comment, I gave him an emoji. Yes, there's a little bit of lag on my side. So what we're going to see, and this is where people, what do you mean? I got to talk to Messenger? I got to go to WhatsApp to talk to people? No, yeah. It's about engagement. It's about creating Web Talk content. And Teacher Martin is not IEG, everybody out there in Web Talk world. And he's been listening to what's been being created for all of you. Right. He's been listening. So I won't talk anymore because there might be a little bit of a lag with my 4G. And you just continue because I was listening to you
Okay.
talk about,
Okay.
about the business part and stuff. So I'll stop.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean that is I was just kind of talking about Sam about just what you're talking about, the idea of like I'm not asking people to come to me. I'm asking people to come to the group, and uh, we will promote as much as we can, which I think is going to be a lot, because when a business comes, might as well promote them, might as well give them some love. So since we're at the beginning of this, a lot of times these Zooms will go on forever, and hopefully this one's going to be one of those where people start joining as they either wake up in the morning, or I don't even know what time it is. What is it, 8? Yeah, so people should be waking up or whatever, and joining. So hopefully, if you're listening, if you're getting up in the morning and you click on, this would be a great time for you to jump on, talk to us, talk to myself. Tim's internet is a little bit wonky today, but if you want to jump on and say hello or whatever, that'd be great. Tim, there's some things that I wanted to talk about for Friday, and this is for everybody that watches this. This is for everybody in IG. This is everybody, on Web Talk that is connected to us. I don't care who it is. We are going to have a book launch on Friday, and that book launch will happen at around like between 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern time. I will post kind of what's going on, but what I want to do, and I know that it's going to be very early for a lot of people. So it's very early in the morning for a lot of people, and I understand that. So what I was thinking, Tim, and I don't know if this is something that you want to do, but I was thinking the people that have their businesses that are connected to IEG right now, if you don't want to get up that early in the morning, that's fine. What we can do is set up something in the next couple days, because the day is what, Tuesday, I believe. So tomorrow, tomorrow tomorrow, Thursday, I have time. What I would like to do is connect with the businesses, and if you just want to do like a video interview with me, just a one-on-one kind of thing, and then I'll just play it during the book launch. What I want to do is I want to take a little bit of time before the actual book launch and showcase what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do when businesses come to us. We're going to try our best to give you as much exposure on Web Talk as we possibly can. Once again, I will say it 100 times so that people, when they say, well, you didn't say this, I can show a video that shows them that. I cannot guarantee you sales for your business. I will never guarantee you sales. Never. I will guarantee you connections and interaction. Now, how much you want to be interacted with is up to you. If you want to post a lot, I know Scarlett posts a lot, and she has probably 140 people already that are following her. So the more you post, if you want to do more interviews, if you want to get on Zooms and talk about your company or whatever, feel free to do that. I will get you exposure. Tim will get you exposure. IEG will get you exposure, and we will get you get your promotional video up on Web Talk. And my thing is that I think that what I feel like is that every person kind of has different moral compass, different religious compass, different just comfort with certain things. So maybe I'm the kind of person that I don't really like promoting hotels. Well, I'm not going to put that in my Zoom for my class. That's fine. What I'm going to have teachers do is I'm going to put these videos that people are bringing, I'm going to put them in one place, and they can go and they can choose what video they would like to show in their Zoom meetings, so that when they start doing lives, they'll start posting these videos and start being able to promote their company. Okay, so that's what I want to do, Tim. And I've got I think I've got Quaylan set up that he's going to jump on, and I'm going to use his story a little bit, show a couple videos and stuff, and use his story, and you know, kind of show, really just show how powerful Web Talk is. And this is going to be very important for everybody in IEG. To if you hear this video, watch this video, I'm sure, you know, Tim's going to talk about it a couple more times, I'm sure, so that people hear it. And you know, I've tagged Toto and stuff, and teachers, students, IEG people. We need you to support this. Now, I understand that people aren't going to get up at, you know, 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning to join a Zoom. I get that. I understand that. But I was thinking, if I do like little small interviews and then just throw that in, and we can watch the videos of you know, that we do, how we do it already. Very easy to put it into a live, and people watch it. I think that what would be amazing is if people from IEG, you know, as soon as you get up, you know that this is one of those things that you definitely need to comment on. You definitely need to focus your attention on you know, showing that the power of what we have, because this is starting to the people that are involved with IEG, you don't really know how powerful this group is. I don't think you really know. And some of you do, which is amazing, which is great. I love it. We need to show everybody how powerful we are. And I think that, you know, people are starting to understand that. They're starting to see it. They're starting to realize it. And with this book launch, you know, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be something that you know, I want people to understand that this isn't going to be the first and last time of trying to do something, you know. So what if a business is having a grand opening? We could have a Zoom live, and that person could be in front of the store promoting their company, promoting their business, whatever. Or if you're just reopening after COVID, we can do lives, and we can do whatever. We can figure it out, guys. So we will be doing a book launch. It will happen on Friday. I will give more details as the, you know, as it gets a little bit closer to time. But there's probably, I would hope to think, like maybe 3 or 4 other businesses that would be on. Hopefully Quaylan will be able to get on. And then I think that what would be awesome is, you know, if people from IEG actually got on and talked a little bit as well, you know, kind of like we did with our marathon. We might have some different kind of questioning if people do get on at that time live. You know, some different kind of questioning than just, oh, you know, what's Web Talk doing for you? We want to focus this more on our businesses. We want to focus this more on the people that we're trying to support business-wise, and you know, and showcase what you know, IEG is all about. So Tim, I don't know if you want to, you know, get on and answer this, but would like the Nest and the logistics, would they be able to do like a little, you know, mini interview that, you know, it won't take very long. I mean, I don't want to make someone be on for an hour, you know, talking. We'll say, hey, look, like, you know, a couple minutes of a little bit of interview just to see who they are, and then we'll put out the video to you know, put that all together as one, and then kind of top the whole thing off with a book launch. And
Yes.
you know, if people want to talk to the author and ask some questions, they can. You know, my thing is they'll be able to ask those questions in the live post, and then we'll bring them into the Zoom, and they can talk to, you know, the author of the book. I'm kind of trying to keep it secret, but it's not a very good secret as far as author. But, you know, I want it to be kind of special. I want it to be something that, you know, for her, she's excited, and she's like, you know, thank you so much. And I'm like, no, no. I'm thanking you for this, because you're helping us showcase something that is powerful, that is you know, who has the most engagement, John or IEG? Let's see who's got more, you know. And that's what I want. That's what I want to show, is I want to showcase that this isn't about me. This isn't about, oh, give me points. And if you watched the video earlier today, that was a major thing that I was talking about. Is if you're the top of a 5 level, you don't even need to look at your points every day and be like, oh, I need more points for me, because it's not about you. More points will show up if you're putting more points in into into your team and the people below you. So that is kind of a, for me, I want it to be a bigger deal for the businesses than for us. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that this is a great way to showcase and start. You guys, we're starting to get other teams that their groups are filled with businesses, because they're connected to business people that are kind of seeing some sort of value, but they're like, well, we don't know how to really introduce it. Well, that's what we want. We want it to be something that when people see this, they go, okay, this is pretty cool. This is a virtual kind of thing. This is a, interactive kind of thing, and show them that the product that they're selling might not always be the most important thing that they need to worry about. Now they get to just talk about the thing that they love. And I think that, we've talked to teachers about, hey, what do you want to teach? Well, what are we supposed to teach? Only the thing that you love. And I think businesses are going to realize that they can sit around and talk about their company and their product for days and just love it. Like, how did this product come to be? How did your business, and they can grow very quickly because people engage with that. They want that. They want to talk to these different businesses and be part of it. And I think with COVID coming, I feel like people are about ready to get locked down again in the States, and businesses are going to either die, or they're going to have to find a new way to be successful. And I think we found a way for them to be successful. It might be some dire times for the next few weeks or maybe even a month, but man, when they start filling up with that app and start bringing people in, all of a sudden that engagement is going to be, much larger. I think I just inhaled a bug.
Oh, Jesus. So, Teacher Andy, you get that bug out, man. And I'll answer your question with the Nest. Because you said it's around 7 o'clock Friday night. So that is July 10th, if I'm correct. July 10th. New York time, everyone. Florida time, Georgia time, Pennsylvania, Eastern Standard Time will be the launch of what Teacher Andy's saying with the book and the author. And
well,
what he's talking about
earlier.
is
it'll be a little bit earlier is when we'll start it, but then the
well,
actual book.
Let me
Okay.
Because I want to be able to make it clear to the audience.
Okay.
And to answer your question about the Nest is, if it starts around that time, you're talking about 5 or 6 hours going earlier. You saying 1 o'clock in the morning for other people, which means 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon for America, where Teacher Andy is. See? So this is people, you got to understand what we are here. We're a very large group. We're talking about all time zones from 65 plus countries. So when Teacher Andy is talking about some web talkers are going to be sleeping, they're not going to want to wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning to join Zoom and to talk about their business or to talk about their experience for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Well, let me just share with you that I will guarantee to have someone from the Nest before the book launch for 2 minutes, either the front desk manager or my wife, Teacher Patty, from the Nest Pratunam, our sponsor. They will come in and they will be interviewed by you. It might be 6 o'clock in the morning. It might be 5:30 in the morning for them. We will get them to be there, and that's what Teacher Andy is sharing. I know when the thing's going to launch. And he's being specific with times, but the world doesn't understand. They still don't truly understand when we create a web talk post of a notification of something called awareness, and it's 2 days in advance. There are teachers saying we're going to have an interactive session in 2 days from today. Check your time. It might be Pakistan time, 4 o'clock. Well, it's simple. You've got to be able to understand when you put in your time, wherever you are, and you say Pakistan time in Google, it will tell you the difference that point where you are today. So if you're 7 hours behind Pakistan and it says 4 o'clock on Friday, it's going to start, you go 7 hours back. And it's 9 o'clock in the morning in your country. Not many people can truly do this, Teacher Andy. They can't do it. But I'll tell you one thing. Because but is fear. The word but is being removed. You're actually learning naturally about time zones in the world, about web talk posts. So if Teacher Andy posts something about this upcoming global broadcast in 4 platforms, and it will be focused on inside web talk, and 3, 4, 5 hours before, he's asking web talkers from all over web talk to come in and share 2-3 minutes in Zoom. Promote yourself. He's asking you. It's not just IEG. And so, Teacher Andy, I will suggest this because, see, Teacher Bari, when he heard about the marathon, what did he do? He tried to control. He tried to make a schedule of people that would join at certain times to be. That wasn't the purpose of why I even said it. The purpose was to just create it and let people come in naturally, and that would show that every web talker can create this type of marathon, and then you can use Teacher Bari's schedule. That's my suggestion to you. Go to Teacher Bari, tell him to post, say that Teacher Andy is looking for people at 1 o'clock, p.m. American time to begin. Can you join at 1 p.m. American time? Can you join at 2 p.m.? Can you join at 3 p.m.? Well, Mr. Web Talk will be there because it's a beautiful time for him. Mr. Web Talk will be there at 3 o'clock. He'll share 5 minutes. Bye-bye, Mr. Web Talk. See you later. Get out of Zoom. Go back in Web Talk. Next one up, Teacher Bari has his beautiful schedule. It's already, the dream feeler has already been shared. The dream feeler, the idea, let's make a schedule. What are the facts? People need to see a schedule so they can plan. This is what he expressed. I didn't tell him what to do, what to say. All I do is listen. That's it. And what did Tutor Jack, remember I got you on Messenger. Hey, this guy's awesome, this Tutor Jack guy from America. What did he say as he was Web Talk Live about Teacher Tim? Teacher Tim likes to talk. Well, I had to correct him 10 minutes later after he was done. You don't understand who I am. You don't understand what a true project-based teacher is, what we put together with countries, with Teacher Andy's vision. I'm not the talker. I am a listener. That's it. And by listening, you can connect humanity based on their passion, and Web Talk is the mechanism. It's not Facebook. It's not Twitter. It's not Instagram. It's not Messenger. It's not WhatsApp. Those are companies that made billions of dollars off of people. And the inequality has just widened because the majority of human beings cannot truly understand how technology works and how Zuckerberg makes billions. Did you listen to the CEO of WebTalk give his beautiful factual information? Did you even listen to him? Did anybody listen to him? Teacher Andy was listening in the same spot he's listening right now, just a little bit over in the darkness of his backyard. Who else was there? Teacher Barry, IEG Algeria. Who else was there? Mr. WebTalk, IEG Russia. What were we doing? We were WebTalk live streaming, and the CEO was on a project creating for you. It was called time usage. So Teacher Andy, I just wanted to express that about the schedule. Let's go to Teacher Barry. Let's try to schedule, because that's what his vision was. Mm-hmm. Let's make a schedule of people. And I'll put my wife or the front desk manager of our sponsor, the hotel from Thailand, I'll put them on the schedule. Mm-hmm. And you will know when you're doing the interviews, okay, Zoom, they're in the waiting room. Oh, here we go. There's one. Oh, come in. All right, bye-bye, Mr. WebTalk. Thank you. Everybody's like, why did the teacher remove me? I did it to Teacher Jack, Teacher Leacher Jack. He understands now. He's in WebTalk doing things. Mm-hmm. I don't care who you are. Either you understand the beauty of WebTalk or just go back to sleep. Yeah. And if you're writing all these WebTalk posts about who you are as individuals, like gurus and legends and things of WebTalk, well, prepare yourself, because you were actually being taught by two individuals in WebTalk from the beginning. Because if you go back to your little history of WebTalk, you were doing the same thing everybody else was doing, sharing links. Hey, purchase this. And now all of a sudden your WebTalk posts and your Spotlight posts are highly informative based on the trueness of WebTalk. It's about real people. It's about communication. Derek, in the WebTalk Live with you, what did I do? I responded in the WebTalk Live last night in his newsfeed. Did he respond back? No, he didn't. He just created another WebTalk Live on top of that, writing about you and about the dream. And what did he get? He got 19 emojis and comments from another WebTalk Live on top of his newsfeed from the original. Did he respond? Did he respond to Teacher Tim? No. This is how IEG was created and built. It was a response of individuals sharing. Mm-hmm. It wasn't about, hey, purchase this for $8.99 and we're going to get you leads after a 7-day free trial, and you're going to get millions of leads in places where you want to lead traffic to. Oh, have fun in that world there, marketers. You see how that's working for you. Did you listen to RJ? Did you listen to RJ? One at a time, guide them in. Invite one at a time. Take 2 minutes, 5 minutes in a Zoom. We've been doing that since the beginning. Mm-hmm. I don't want RJ visiting a Zoom, and I'll say it again. I don't want that guy visiting our Zooms. He's too busy creating for humanity. What he did do, though, he took it that time and shared from his heart for over an hour. So what do you think about that idea with Teacher Barry, Teacher Andy, with the schedule?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's fine. I kind of honestly like the
I bring it up for a purpose.
Yeah, and I
hear yours.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying, and I think that it's a good idea to maybe have a little bit of a time frame. But quite honestly, I was more going to look at the idea of saying, okay, at this time we're going to start. If people want to do an interview with me, just personally, you don't even have to be around at the exact time. we'll just, you know, as we're going along, you know, hey, here you go, here's a video, we've talked about it, here's the you know, the owner, here's their promo, move on to the next. You know, and have that just, you know, just as a you know, if for some reason something comes up and they can't join the Zoom live, we have the video, we have all the information. Now the schedule, yeah, you know, for people to see and kind of understand, like, oh, okay, I might want to see this particular company, I'll jump on at this time, or fast forward, you know, that kind of thing. You know, that's fine. But for me, it's more of wanting to kind of get on and get people to watch, whether they're on live or whether they watch it later, is to see what we're doing with businesses.
Exactly.
So that you as a group, you as your team, you as an individual can go, you know what, I feel pretty confident telling a business, hey, go into Web Talk, and people are going to see you right away. That's the point for me, is I want to showcase this as well as I can, that, you know, this might be the first time we do this, but this isn't going to be the last time. You know, and I want it to be able to be shown that businesses, you know, a buddy of mine said, you know, hey, we got a gym that, you know, nobody can go to right now, and the people are trying to figure out. I said, start posting videos, start posting lives, and see what, you know, see what happens. People are going to interact with that. People are going to, even even if they don't work out, they're still going to write a comment. You know,
Yes.
that's what we have to, that's what I want people to understand and start really truly seeing, is that, you know, we're stuck in a time, in a mindset that says, well, the only way that we're going to make money in my small business is if I sell something. And that is going to change with Web Talk. Web Talk's going to pay you for how you talk to people about the thing that you enjoy. I mean, think about something as simple as like a brewery, showing the entire process, you know, 15, 20 minute, 30-minute Zoom by 15, 20, 30-minute Zoom on how to make beer. And people come in and watch that. This is the first thing that we do. We have to go find barley. This is the second thing we do. We ferment. This is the next thing we do. We're putting it in the big vat. This is, you know, and people will react to that every post. They'll watch it and they'll ask questions and they'll be interested. I think that would be incredible to watch. And I think every business, what especially small businesses, they actually love what they're doing. And just like I said this morning, teachers, if they just understand that they only have to teach what they love instead of everything, they will flock to this. And it's the same thing as small businesses. If you just got to talk about whatever you do at your small business, and not have to talk about all the financial stuff and all the, you know, renting the building, and, you know, dealing with the tax collectors, and like, you don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about the thing that you love. You know, I have a buddy that does framing, and I would love for him to be part of this, and be able to go through the process of, you know, having a customer come in, and, you know, that conversation, and how do they choose a frame, and then, you know, watch me build it, and really make it a you know, kind of a thing, you know, because he did something for me that was incredible. He made a frame, like a shadow box frame for my jersey that I got signed. And what was really cool is he did the whole thing, asked me, you know, I told him, I said, I'm pretty sure you know what to do better than myself. And he said, okay, and whatever. So when I came in, I was just blown away at this frame. But what was really cool is, not only did he make a frame, when he posted on his Instagram, or, you know, Facebook or whatever, he had actually written a whole thing about, like, our relationship, how we met each other, blah blah blah, what I thought about the Bulls, what I thought about Pippen, you know, stories that I had told him, and wrote like a whole thing about the person that had come into his shop and asked him to, you know, frame something for them. And I thought that that was really cool. And he does that with people. Like he'll, you know, he'll write a little bit of their story, and I'm just like, man, to add on to the story, the process of me making the frame for the thing that you really truly love. I mean, how cool would that be to just see video after video of the process of whatever someone's small business is. um, this is what Web Talk's going to do.
Yeah.
People
And
don't.
teacher Andy,
Yeah.
you talk about like the frame and someone, you know, learning how to do it. Well,
Mhm.
that's a business owner. And if you can change your mindset, you know, especially to the Web Talk family, he's teaching something. He's a teacher.
Yep.
Not
Yep.
many people understand that
Yep.
part.
Yeah.
He's teaching something
Yep.
to someone that wants to be there.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not a teacher. I'm just a business owner.
Yeah.
Well, you could actually set up a Zoom class with a Web Talk post about the financial, about
Yeah.
how you rent.
Yeah.
And people will want to know. They will
Yep.
want to ask you questions in Zoom, and they will give you comments and emojis in Web Talk and thanking you there. They want that business environment to know how to rent something. What are the expenses? Because you're wise to that, business owner, teacher. You begin to teach them.
Yep. Yep. I mean, you're exactly right. I see a bright future right now, and I hate to, you know, bring coronavirus into the conversation about and use it in the same sentence as a bright future, but we are being shown right now what people need. Like, people need to change a mindset. Like, there's a whole new mindset that's being changed, and we're here to do that. And I think that as people start seeing this and we can showcase it, it's going to change a lot of people's views about this whole thing. So I'm super excited about doing this little book launch. You know, my goal kind of my goal for oh, good, Martin's joining, so I'm going to ask him something. Hey Martin, how you doing? You know, I want to be able to showcase this, but I also want what I'm trying to do is get her side, is to have her blast out all this information on her social media, so that people, when she says, hey guys, all you supporters of me, all you 10, 20,000 people that support me, guess what? We're going to do a live event in a couple days. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, what you got to do, click on my link, get your Web Talk set up. We're going to do a live in there. You're going to put in your information, and then we're going to invite you to a Zoom, and you can ask me questions. And I think that that's going to be huge for the business side of it, because the business side of it, now she's pulling in her people into Web Talk and starting to build the following that's been following her in Facebook and Instagram, that's getting nothing out of it. And all of a sudden, people that are following her there are now following her in Web Talk, which ultimately makes them start realizing what Web Talk really is. And then you know, you just see where it goes from there. Martin, go ahead and unmute. I'm glad you showed up. Have you been listening to us talk?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I just wanted to make sure that you kind of heard what the plan is for Friday.
Right.
You know, because I know I had asked you if oh geez, I can't even remember what's his name.
Brima.
Brima.
Yeah.
If he had come up with any video promotion, or if he would, you know, if you've talked to him at all, if he would like.
We reached out to him a couple times. He hasn't gotten back to us.
Okay.
I don't know what's his game plan. So I would reach out again, I guess, and see what he has.
Hey, tell him that we're doing a live on Friday.
Okay.
If he would like to come on and do like a little bit of an interview with me and promote his app, and kind of get that out, you know, we can set up a time, or we can actually do it like I was kind of saying before. We could do it and just record it if he wants to do something like that, or if he wants to do it live on Friday, that would be, that'd be cool. But
Good deal.
if he wants to, cool. Like, and no, we will put that out there, and get his start promoting his app, here on Web Talk.
But the book launch that you're going to be doing, is it going to be like the majority of the time, or would you just?
Well, no. So what the plan is for me is I probably am going to start the live, I don't know, maybe an hour or two before when she wants to do her hour. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in or make videos and just show the videos of the different businesses we have, because we don't have a ton of businesses right now, but we do have a few people that are starting to, want to be part of this. And, just in that hour or two before, we're going to do a little bit of a quick interview, promote them, kind of show, kind of showcase how we're working on supporting businesses that want to be part of Web Talk. And this is nothing to do with, oh, you have to be an IEG business. If there's a business out there that says, hey, I'll take the opportunity to, talk to 65 countries real quickly and give a shout out to my company, more than happy to do that, because I just want to show people what, this is our next level. We've gotten the lives, we've gotten the people. Now if you look on the RJ's kind of platform of success or whatever, and steps for success, businesses are part of that. The businesses are going to be the thing that helps. And if we can start showing businesses what kind of value we can bring to them for zero money, I think that would be really cool to do. And just having someone showcase a book launch, I think that'd be awesome. To have people come in and ask questions if they want to, or just listen to what they're talking about. Someone else was saying that they know someone that does children's books. It would be awesome to get an author in that does children's books and say, hey, could you read a couple, a chapter or something for us, and we'll listen, and then people connect with you or whatever. I think that would be great. And then I'm actually connecting with I don't know if you saw the Quaylon video at any point where okay, so I'm trying to get him to come in and do a little interview with him to kind of reiterate to him as well as to everybody else, like, this guy talked to two people, and now his face is in Pakistan, is in Kurdistan, is in who knows where.
Right. And the video is still playing you still play the video at any time.
Yeah.
I mean, that exposure alone is like priceless.
Right. Like it was really cool. It was really cool to just that moment of like, hey man, can you listen to me? Oh yeah, and when you're done, I'm going to show you who else listened to you, and I want him to come in and do that again, do his poem that he did again, so that it's no one's interrupting, it's not flashing up at people's faces and stuff, and really make a real kind of impactful video for that. And then so that we can clip that out and do that. And I think I'm going to talk to him and see what I can do, and maybe have him do something else as well, if he wants to. But I think that these are the things that we really need to show everybody on Web Talk, that it's literally is an endless supply of what we can do for people.
Oh yeah. That book launching alone would be a good example of what the power of Web Talk is going to be for potential authors or anything that you're going to be doing. I mean, that's a great idea. And back to Teacher Tim, what he was mentioning earlier about people, marketers, guilty here, just putting their links and posting. That's why I came to you guys, because I see how you guys are building the interaction that is necessary to make Web Talk be the monster it needs to be out there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's great ideas, man. I listened to some of the stuff you had with the guys over in the UK earlier. That was pretty good too, because they're opening their eyes and they're seeing how to do this correctly. You know, they see the potential of how to do this correctly. So that was also good.
Well, and you know what's funny about that is, you know, we had done a couple. I had done a couple meetings with them. Teacher Tim was on one meeting, and then I was on a meeting, and then we kind of missed a week. And I said, yeah, well, you know, I'll be on this week, and it was cool because when we got on, the guy says, well, you know, I'm almost have figured out the live. And I said, well, then let's do it, man. Let's figure out what step you're missing. And you know, he had basically figured everything out except for the copying of the link to put it into WebTalk. So we did that. And you know, I said, look, man, I said, if your team just listens to you now and everyone starts posting lives and you're pulling in businesses, it, like you just said, it's going to be a continuous thing. Someone's sharing Quaylon's video right now. I don't know who, but someone is, because they've seen it. They'll see it, and then they'll share it, and then someone's going to see it and be like, "Man, this is kind of cool," and then they share it.
And
Oh, yeah.
Teacher Andy and Martin, you know, even you just share about someone's going to share the video of Quaylon. Well, someone just shared Martin's Web Talk Live post right now of this Web Talk Live. And who shared it? Teacher Chris. He puts himself in IEG. He's not connected with any invitation links to IEG. He's put him in there to grow Web Talk. He shared Martin's Web Talk Live that we're doing right now.
Awesome.
I'm out, guys. I'm out.
Okay.
Remove me so I can get out of here, man.
Are you coming back in a while? Oh, he's already out. All right. I'll message him. So yeah. So what I love about this is that we are definitely progressing and trying to find some new, you know, and the thing is I had talked to my friend, and I said, you know, a while back, I said, look, I said, you know, Web Talk, I think, is going to be able to be something that you can truly use, and it's going to be of value. And we talked about it, and she was like, oh yeah, she's like, this is great. I've been messaging her for at least a year on her posts, like, oh, this would be a lot better in Web Talk or Web Talk or Web Talk. Not once did she respond. And then circumstances happened. And, you know, I said, look, I said, all you got to do is sign up with Web Talk. That's all I want you to do. And she said, what is Web Talk? I said, I've been responding to your posts and saying stuff, but you know, taking no for an answer and just walking away from people, that's not it. You just got to keep throwing that information out there, keep throwing it out there and see what's up. But anyway, you know, she said, this is crazy. She's like, this is going to be so helpful for me. Thank you so much. And I was like, nope. This isn't about you thanking me. This is about me thanking you, because this is going to show another level for us. And I'm excited because, you know, who else has done a book launch on Web Talk, you know?
Oh, hey, I know. That is awesome, man.
Yeah. And you know, who else is going to interview business people and say, hey, you know, here's my company. I love IEG. I love Web Talk. I love how it's being promoted. How much does this cost you? Zero. It cost me zero. You know,
yep.
And you know, like I was saying to the guys this morning, I said, look, I said, we have a hotel that's part of the group now, and not this month, not maybe even next month, but in a few months, the interaction that will happen, all of Web Talk with them, plus their private information, is going to start generating solid revenue. And what's going to be so cool is you can walk into that hotel and be like, hey, I'm a IEG student, or I'm an IEG teacher, or I've seen something with, hashtag IEG, and they're gonna
Right.
go, oh really? Well, with all the interaction we have, this room's on us tonight. Don't even worry about it. Like that's gonna be very cool when that gets to happen to these businesses. Like, hey, you want this picture done? You want this picture framed? Well, I've been getting so much from IG. I've been getting so much interaction. This one's on me. This is on Web Talk basically, and that's gonna be really cool. Like your wife.
Hmm.
So someone walks in and says, "Hey, I heard about your salon, whatever.
Hmm.
We've been interacting, blah blah blah, and the salon's made so much money." They say, "You know what? This one's on us. Come on in, sit down. Your IEG, cool." I think that it could happen with multiple businesses in the near future. I really do.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, as you said earlier, the lockdown is going to make this so powerful. Just a matter of fact, we could, instead of going on television or paying for ads, you come in here, interact, have 5, 10 ads going on as we do lives. I mean, it's just gonna, and you actually see the interaction and the benefits and genuine interaction. It's
Yeah.
it's just gonna be amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering why, and I heard the guys asking you, why aren't people seeing the value of this? I mean, you said a year you were talking to this lady, and she finally said, "What is Web Talk?" I mean, what is it? So much noise out there that people don't know what's going on, or what do you think
I
it
mean,
is? Because you saw this right away.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
personally, to me personally, like, well, I guess to back up to what I saw right away was I know how social media connects worlds. It's when I went to Abu Dhabi, it's like um what am I trying to say? WhatsApp. I was using WhatsApp to video call my
Hmm.
parents
Hmm.
because that was the one that worked in Abu Dhabi. Others don't. You kind of have to you have to finagle your way around the system, and I think that I was kind of forced into learning what to do. Well, I started with Skype, and my parents are much older. My mom was, at the time, she was probably 80. Oh shoot, 80-ish. Now
Okay.
now try to explain to an 80-ish person how to use Skype.
Right. Right.
It's not easy.
No.
So what we did, I got her a computer, and I knew I was moving to Abu Dhabi, so I went to her house and we sat right next to each other, one on one. This is what you click. This is what you click. This is what you click. Your face, my face. Now we're talking. Oh my goodness. I can see you over here. I can see you over here. Yep, that's how it works. Okay. We exit out of it, start all over again. And then, with my mom, she says, let me go in the bedroom just a little bit farther away. You stay in the kitchen. I'm going to go in the bedroom and do this. So, she clicks, boom, her face pops up. Oh, I can see you. Well, I've always, text with my mom a lot. And so, it's funny because the nieces and nephews and, the grandchildren were always just like, what? It's so weird that grandma, well, she'll tell us, she's like, just text me. I'll text you back. And they're like, what is going on? And I said, well, because I'm training her, because I know I'm going to be out of the country. I got to, I can't train her from across the world. Well, we did all that. Well, then I get there and Skype doesn't work after a while.
Wow.
Well, you have to go to the next social media, the next thing, the next app. And you figure out to me, it's like a user friendly kind of thing. Like, what's the easiest thing to use? Well, as I'm over there, I start learning all these other new, apps and things that people use around the world. And I started thinking about, I'm like, even at that time when we started doing the sports app, I'm just like, this stuff is just, it's like it opens your eyes to the worldwide view. So when I heard about Web Talk, and I said, okay, Web Talk, social media, you don't have to explain social media to anybody. Like, not one person in this world anymore doesn't know about social media. Like you'd have to be literally living under a rock.
Right.
Everyone knows something about social media. and I thought to myself, you know, that's crazy that social media, this person said, I'm going to give money for all people that use it. And the second I heard that, I was like, wait a minute. So you're telling me that a social media site, which makes tons of money, let me start researching how much money all these places make. And you're going to tell me I make 50% of it? Like, okay,
Yeah.
sign me up right now. And so I think that that's the thing that people don't see right now
Right.
is that um, they don't see any value in it because it's not very valuable right now.
Well, you touched a little bit on something that I think happens with apps. As you said, you start off with Skype, you went
Mhm.
on to WhatsApp, and I think there's
Mhm.
something called Viber. I don't even know where it is today.
Yep.
They had
Yep.
and they had a couple others that out there. So there's so many different things. People don't know which one are relevant, which ones
Mhm.
are. So I think the whole web talk thing right now, they're trying to say, okay, I mean, I'm hearing about it. This is something too good to be true. I don't know if it's going to be around in the next five
Mhm.
5 months to a year. I mean, so I think that's where the and by you showing the value of someone coming, an author coming and sharing their book launch here is going to be more and more um, value that's going to be presented to the users to see what the power of WebTalk is going to be. I today just got rid of my TikTok app because the TikTok they're telling you straight up, hey, we're using your information like,
Yeah, but
to
here's
promote.
the thing.
Hmm.
Aren't you using Facebook?
Yeah, man, I don't like Facebook, but I'm there.
They
Yeah,
do the same thing.
yeah,
Zuckerberg stood up and they said, "Have you given out people's information?" And he said, "Yep."
yep.
And are you going to continue to do that? Of course I am.
Hmm.
That's how we make money.
Hmm.
So when people go, "Oh my goodness, China," oh well, oh my goodness, China. If you go check out WeChat, WeChat is way bigger than Facebook.
Is it?
It's massive because it's
Okay.
China. It's China
Okay.
based.
Okay.
And WeChat, I was using WeChat over in the Middle East to communicate. Tim was like, "Hey, we've got WeChat going on and stuff," and it was overwhelming.
Mm.
I mean, talk about just message after message. I mean, it was overwhelming.
Wow.
But if people if if you don't think that your social media is taking something from you, then go check it out.
Hmm.
Why do you think when I think about shoes, 5 advertisements show up in my social media about shoes?
Right. Right.
You know, it because they know what you're doing. They know what you're clicking on. They know what you're interested in. They know all this stuff, and to me, that doesn't bother me at all
Hmm.
because I'm not going to put my bank account information on my social media. So I don't really care about that stuff. Like I get it that it's kind of digging into your data and selling your data, but then there's Web Talk that says that's not going to happen because you're our employee now. You
Hmm.
aren't some just random person that we're trying to dig up your data and sell it that will destroy the company.
Right.
Web Talk wants to be the thing that you are the employee. Literally, you're the employee. They're paying you.
Right.
And when people realize that now they're going to get paid 1, 2, 3 people instead of 1 million people, they'll get it. And that's the and kind of going back to the original question is, you know, why don't people get it? Well, you're exactly right, because it's new, because it doesn't seem right. And when I talk to people about it, they say, well, that just how would they get paid?
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you use social media? Have you ever, I mean, look at Facebook. It's like you click on an article and 20 advertisements pop up. And they're all just, it's like you're reading one sentence now with all this advertising going on.
Hmm.
You think that that's just magic and that's free?
Hmm.
That's not free.
No.
People when they watch the Super Bowl, people don't realize that when you watch 30 seconds, someone spent 20 million, because they know that the return on that is going to be so much more, which is crazy to me. I don't think I've ever watched a commercial on the Super Bowl and went, I want to go buy that. But I think it's a subconscious thing that you do. And so, a funny Doritos commercial, maybe that subconscious thing comes up when I go to the grocery store and it's like I see Doritos and I think of, a funny commercial where the guy's holding up the chip and the baby comes flying out. Like, I don't know. Maybe people have studied that and understand the true value of it, but here's the thing. We can do that for every business and it's all free.
Right.
You don't have to spend $20,000 to get me to show your promo video in a Zoom live. I don't care, because the more interaction, the more response, the better for me.
Right.
And so I instantly saw the power of social media, and just thinking to myself, man, if a $200 bet gets you 50% of a business profit, I mean, that could be 1 million people and still help you. It's not going to change your life, but social media doesn't slow down. It really doesn't. It continues to grow, and I keep using the Zoom as an example. 10 years, Zoom had 40 million people. 2 weeks, it had 140.
Hmm.
What happened? Well, everybody got stuck at home. They didn't know that there's Google, what is it? Google,
Chemical.
shoot,
I don't want to say live, but
Hangout, Google
Hangout.
Hangouts. There's, Skype is still here, even though it sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's just people have passed it by. You have Microsoft Teams. I didn't know about Microsoft Teams until now. There's multiple interactive apps, but for some reason Zoom got its name out there quick enough in this little shift of a paradigm. And it was funny because as we were walking out of school March 13th, people were like, what are we gonna do? And I was like, dude, this is great. I don't have to go to school anymore, and I can just use all my technology that I use for the last 4 or 5 years. Sweet.
Yeah.
This is exciting for me. And they were like,
Oh, yeah.
well, we're going to have a Zoom class so that, we can teach people how to use it. And I'm thinking to myself, I've been using Zoom for years. But what's crazy about it, and what I tell people is 100 million people joined Zoom in a matter of like less than a month. And even if half of them, 50 million people, decided that they needed Zoom, the upgrade, they all threw in $149. I'm not. Everyone knows I'm not a mathematician, but I do know that 50 million times $150 is a ton of
Yeah.
money.
Bank.
So this company could literally leave right now and be a total success story.
Right.
Now, when you listen to RJ and he says 10 years from now, I'm going to be doing this. Well, I feel like, and then he says, I'm going to have 100 million people in Web Talk by the end of the year is a goal. Well, once again, let's go to the 50 million. If we have 50 million people handing us 10 cents and we get to share it, 50% of that.
Yeah.
I mean, think about if you knew that your business by the end of 2020, COVID-19 happens, everything's wrong, you're sitting in your house, you've not seen a customer, but you know that 50 million people are going to walk by your business and hand you 10 cents every month.
Yep.
I mean, come on. And yes, I understand that 50 million people are not going to be giving me personally, 10 cents, but I know
But it's
that,
going towards the company
yeah,
you're working for.
yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be in the ad rev somewhere,
yeah. If
and putting back into technology.
if 100 million people are using your platform and all generating revenue, you're going to make something.
Yeah, but Tichan, let me back to what you were saying earlier about the whole converting people and let them see this. Like Gary Vee, I know you follow Gary Vee.
Mm-hmm.
He always says that people don't understand that old methods of marketing, putting ads on television, putting ads on radio, that's dying, and people are still putting millions and millions of dollars into it still. So if those big corporations are still doing that today and thinking that their money and their it's going to work over there, and look what you're going to do. You're proposing to do a free
Mm-hmm.
ad here on
Mm-hmm.
something that's over 65 countries,
Mm-hmm.
and people are not seeing the value of that yet. Man, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's just
That to me, that is the exciting part. It's
yeah,
funny that you say Gary Vee, because
yeah.
every time I post stuff on that dude's, I comment on that dude's stuff all the time, because he thinks he knows everything and he's
Oh
over
yeah,
there talking about this, that, and the other. And you know what? I truly believe he already knows about Web Talk.
oh yeah.
He knows that the second that RJ says celebrities show up, his whole platform is just going to come swooping on over. But I message in there, he'll say shout out your business idea, or shout
Mm-hmm.
out something, and I will say, whenever you want to join Web Talk, please talk to me. Why do I say that? Because I feel like at some point you're going to get some love for that. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point he's going to respond to that, because he already knows that he's going to do Web Talk. You can't tell me a guy like him doesn't know about Web Talk.
But you know what the issue is? He's never sold any of his Facebook stock. He has
Right.
shares. He has his shares in Facebook as well. So he knows that it's like you said, the timing is not right
Yep.
to switch over, because you go where what do you say? I go where the activity is. I go where the people following. Or starting to rain over there.
I think so. It's
Okay.
starting to drip a little bit, so I
Yeah,
might as well.
he goes for the attention. Where the attention is, that's where he goes. So when it starts cranking over here, he's gonna show up. But back to what I was saying about the whole you sharing people in 65 countries and the value of that alone, and why people aren't seeing that yet. And I say yet because it's all new, and it's going to just going to bring them eventually. But you know what I call this? I call this like practicing. We're stretching, getting ready for the masses. I like the way you say that. Hey, let's try these lives. Let's show people how to do lives and how to interact and to get the different businesses in here. Fantastic, man. Yeah, you're pioneer. You know exactly how to build this thing correctly. And
it's funny because I will tell you and anybody that listens to me, I don't know everything. I don't know all this. I'm just like anybody else. I had someone ask, like, well, are you connected to the company and to RJ? No, I'm not. But see, I'm a teacher, and if I'm going to teach something, I have to know everything about it, or I have to be smart enough as a teacher to say I don't know everything about it, and one of you needs to figure it out and tell me, so that next year when I talk about something, I know what I'm talking about. And I do that in class. A kid will say, hey, as boring as this is, citing. Well, this particular thing, how do I cite it? And sometimes I go, I have no idea, but I'm going to write on the board what I think it's supposed to look like. So I write it up on the board, and I put I put an X by it, and I say, tomorrow I'll tell you if I'm right or wrong. And you have to go learn it. You have to go figure that out. So when I look at Web Talk, I hate to be a smart ass, but when when I watch Alfonso, isn't his name? It's not his name. It's
Yeah.
Alfonso.
Gosh, I know what
The
you're talking
guy
about.
that the guy that's doing the inner like
Roberto? Roberto?
no
Oh,
no no no
Alfonso's the one who does the hosting. Roberto was the one who's
yeah,
hosting.
yeah.
Okay.
And he goes, yeah, you know, I heard about Web Talk, and you know, I've been with Web Talk for like a month, and I've put in a lot of hours, a couple hours, you know, like, you know, a few hours of really intense research. And I'm like, a couple hours, just a couple. That's why you're still over here using some weirdo, you know, app, and you're not live in Web Talk. How is that not live in Web Talk?
Hmm.
You're talking to the CEO of a company on a
Some of the
one thing, not even asking him what his favorite app is, because you know, RJ will get on and start messing with it. He's just like, dude, I'm so used to Zoom, I don't even know what you're doing over here. If I
Yeah.
heard that,
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, next week, all Zoom.
All Zoom.
Because I'm not gonna make him look silly.
And he also does like a capture your name or whatever, because you have to put in your name and your email or whatever. So he's capturing all our names while he does this, you know. Whereas Zoom
Oh,
is
he's not silly, like he's not stupid. He knows what he's doing because that app works for him in real estate.
right.
But if I was him, and if he ever listens, if I was him, I would have skipped over to Zoom the first time that RJ opened his mouth and said, I am better with Zoom.
Right.
Why are you going to have somebody fumbling around with some silly app that nobody knows how to use? I don't even know what app it is.
I don't know either.
And it's not that good, because he's over here like, I got to find this person. He's like looking at stuff. Like, if you don't know how to use your own app,
right.
find an app that someone knows. But the thing is why, if you've done so much research, you should be live by now in Web Talk. You should have all the oh, look at all this interaction that I'm getting. Well, maybe that interaction you could have made money on tonight, but you didn't. So don't tell me that you did a bunch of research, because you haven't. You haven't done enough research. And I think, Martin, what I'm starting to see, and I love seeing this because it makes me happy for people to see it. Teachers are smart. Really, really smart.
Why do you think I'm hanging with you guys, man?
And what's that?
Why do you think I'm hanging out with you guys? Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm smart, because
No.
I'm saying like for myself, like I'm like the anti-teacher. Like I've always been kind of the, you know, I look young. I've looked young my whole life. So I walk into school, I have, you know, multiple years of teaching, and I still get looked at as like the second year guy. But what I love is when you look at the teachers that are on here. Teacher Grant helped me and Tim and everybody else figure out within a couple, I mean, and it took a while because I'm technology goofy. It took us a little bit, but we in a live showed the process of how to figure out live. We were on Facebook Live, and then we figured out how to make ourselves live in Web Talk, thanks to Teacher Grant, because he's a teacher and he's really smart, and so is every other teacher. And the disrespect that teachers have always gotten, it's funny because I had a friend of mine, his wife, she was just like, I just want to know why you're a teacher and why you coach. She's like, you don't get paid anything to coach. I said, you're exactly right, but I'm freaking happy every day. What are you? And she's busy, trying to make money and trying to do this. And I, is money a factor with Web Talk? Of course it is. You'd be silly not to say that. And I have goals and I have desires that I want to reach with Web Talk.
It's all passive income, teacher Andy. Passive income.
Yeah, but teachers are smart. Now, here's the thing that I have a tough time with teachers is most of the time, and this is something I had to change in my mindset too as a teacher, we are teachers and that's it. we only know how to go to a classroom and teach
Right.
and give information and help students and put our lives into that. And many teachers, it's very hard for them to see something like, like Web Talk and the value of it. I was lucky enough to have, played around with some other things that kind of gave me that vision of like, oh wow, you can just, this thing I hold in my hand every day can make me a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
And once again, another part of what's exciting about learning and understanding is Web Talk. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he said, I hear the excitement in your voice more and more and more about Web Talk. And he's like, why is it more exciting than, we were in a business that I was all in. I thought it was great, and it went down the drain. And I felt horrible. I thought I had done all the research. I said, I think the thing that I love the most is every single person that joins, they don't have to pay $1. If it doesn't work, not one of them will have to look at their family and go, I messed up. Now, will it suck if we don't get paid from Web Talk? Of course, that would be a bummer. We've looked at the future and thought, oh, this is what we could do. But when I look at what RJ does, I get more and more excited because everything that he says, he does. And how many people can say that the CEO is getting on their Zooms and talking to them?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I'm not saying because we're awesome. I'm saying we're starting to see it.
Mhm.
A great example is Terry. She posts that she has her license plate, her Web Talk license plate. Guess who
Mhm.
responds to her? The
RJ.
CEO.
Yeah. Yeah.
You show me a company where you show me Zuckerberg. Has Zuckerberg ever, personally
Dude.
messaged you and said, hey,
No.
I'm
Never.
so glad that you bought a
Put me in Facebook jail, though. Put me in Facebook jail.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So that.
So yeah, so Martin, what I've loved more and more about this is it's one of those things where you look at it and you go, if I would have known Zuckerberg and played a bet when he was starting Facebook,
Mhm.
I think I'd feel like what I'm feeling right now.
Yes and no, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
Okay.
I think RJ, like you said, RJ has commented on some of my posts. He's commented most people. I'm pretty sure right around here, he's commented everybody's posts to some degree. I mean, I don't think Zuckerberg would ever have done that with us. I mean, I don't think he has that kind of a. I think he's pure techie,
No, I don't think so either. No, I'm saying like if I would have been standing in Zuckerberg's room when he first said, hey, if anybody wants to, to jump into this and put a little investment in, and this is what you're going to get in the future. That's the way I feel where we're at right now is we're in that room and someone talked to us and said, hey, the first 1 million people, this is going to be big for you, but every other person, you're going to be all right.
Right. But back to what okay, so that was Zuckerberg's over 15 years ago. This is like a new kind of energy here being built. Yeah, new energy. I mean, because this whole world is changing and the way we're interacting. And I mean, RJ himself surprised himself. Like I was building this. I didn't know it was going to be like this, coming out like this, and so powerful. He sees it. That how powerful this is going to be for the world, and how it's going to. I'm surprised he's not jumping in every Zoom because it's so amazing what he's building for us, for the world.
Well, like Tim says, he doesn't need to jump in every single one. He's got bigger and better things to do. But I do understand what you're saying.
The excitement of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like just show up. It's like, gosh, guys, thumbs up.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, and I've made it very public that I was humbled when he got on.
I know.
I was, because I'm over here bitching and moaning and saying I feel disrespected, and 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 you know he's listening to it like this punk, this guy, he's just whining, you know. And Bahri put me in my place, and I
Yeah.
appreciated that when he said that.
Yeah.
And he you know, I'm glad he said that to me. Like, dude,
Yeah.
so you're gonna complain? Why are you complaining? This is what's happening. You know, be positive about that. And I really, you know, it was interesting because it was like that whole holy cow, I'm
Mhm.
back in this. I'm back focused again.
Okay.
And you know, and what's the next level? What's the next thing? And and I just hope that, you know, and I try to make it very clear that when I'm telling people what I think can better themselves or a group or whatever, I'm a coach and a teacher. I don't walk into a classroom or to a team and be like, guys, today we're going to learn how to suck.
Mhm.
You don't do that. Like
Mhm.
that's not how you do it. So
Right.
when I give a suggestion, some people will say that's stupid. Great. You should say that. There should be no people as yes people. And I've heard no many a times with ideas like, well, I think we should do this. No, that doesn't even make sense. Why would you do that? And I'm like, okay, let me think about that. But then every once in a while, there's like this thought that comes through my head, and I'm like, okay, I want to do a book launch. Why? Because this is going to show another level, another thing that Web Talk can do. And quite honestly, yes, my focus is teachers. But if you think I'm not talking to other people that have nothing to do with teaching, you're crazy.
Right.
I I'm hoping, I'm hoping, someone I talked to is about to bring in a lot
Okay.
because they realized the power of it. And what I think is cool about this is, you know, when we were listening to the last Web Talk interview or whatever, and I can't remember, is it Roberto that was talking?
Roberto was it?
Yeah. And I got to listen to most of it, and what was so exciting was him like crazy. What was so exciting is listening to him talk about the CRM,
Mhm.
because he's like, dude, these are the
Mhm.
people that you need to go for. And it was funny because I had been talking to this person not very long, and so what she is she helps people improve their followings in social media.
Mhm.
And I said, look, you spend all your time. I said, I'm sure you get a paycheck every month from this person to do all this work that you're doing. Cause she's like, you know, I post stuff, I interact, I do all this, I build, I create, and I generate more and more people. And I said, so the first question to me is, all these people that you have, whether it's a business or a social media person, all these people that follow them, when they comment and respond and like all the little posts and stuff, does that person get anything for that? He said, no. I said, exactly. You're trying to get them to buy a product. That's what they want. They want someone to buy their product. So we need more and more people to follow them. I said, here's the thing. All those comments would be supporting your clients with revenue in Web Talk. And I said, and the next part is this. All those clients that you have, that you bring in people to follow them, they will all start paying you as well every time they comment. And it was like the light bulb went off, and she was like, but I have 10,000, 5,000, 20,000 people that are following all these clients. I said, yeah, and you ain't getting paid for any of them right now. But if you can start moving them over, you're going to start getting paid. And then I said, and this is the thing that I think is good for businesses. What if you told those clients, hey guys, I'm setting you up in Web Talk. You don't have to pay anything, but you're going to get 5 levels. Well, how are they going to do that? Well, they pay her. So she's just going to take $200 out of their
Yeah.
1 month
Yeah.
of payment, and she's
Right.
going to give every client their 5
I
levels.
love.
And then she's going to talk to them and say, look, now you're going to get paid on all these people as long as they're in Web Talk. And if if clients don't get that, but think about that.
Yeah, it's powerful, man.
You
Powerful.
you work so hard to get a following, but that
Mhm.
following isn't going to pay you.
Mhm.
Just one client's paying you to work so hard for all this. Quit working so hard and let them do all the payment.
Right.
And at
Right.
some point, you're going to be able to tell your clients, I don't need a monthly paycheck. You're going to be my client. I'm going to pay the $200. You're going to have 5 levels. I'm going to bring everybody into Web Talk, and all those people that I bring in, well, I'm getting paid for them.
Right.
So instead of 6 clients, now she has 200,000 clients.
Yep. And back to the Gary Vee thing. I mean, right now, the people when they go and they interact with their following, and you comment, they're gonna get income from commenting, because Gary Vee said he responds to everybody. That's what he says. He responds to everyone.
Yeah,
He does.
doesn't
He does, but he says that.
No, but what's cool is I've seen him, Toto and Grant. If you guys want to talk, just
Yeah,
hit,
I would
hit,
jump
hit
off
us,
and let
hit,
them
hit us
go,
up.
man.
No, you can stay
Okay.
and listen, Martin. It's not a
All right.
problem. We're just talking right now. So if you guys have something that you wanted to say, hey, just jump on real fast. You know, it's funny because Gary has been doing a lot of live stuff to talk to people in their businesses, and he does
Mhm.
lives, he talks to them,
Mhm.
he interacts with them, and I think it's wonderful. But no one's getting paid for it.
No,
And
that's the difference.
whether it's a penny or whether it's nothing, they're still not getting paid for it.
Mhm.
So that's the thing that I think is uh I know he has to know about Web Talk,
I'm gonna
but
say one more thing, and I'm gonna let these other people
okay.
speak. Okay. What I love about RJ is he loves the feel of the platform. That's his specialty. He says he likes the way it's supposed. He wants to focus on the way it feels, and
Mhm.
I can see the difference, because when I go onto Facebook, I'm confused what's going on over there. I don't know what's going on,
Right.
and I have more people over here that I interact with on Web Talk, and I have an idea where they're from and where they, like the Vietnams and people, and I understand where they are, and I kind of know. I don't know their names, but I know when they correspond with my posts, and I go to their post, and it's just a more user friendly platform, man, and it's seamless, and it's just a great product,
Well,
and
when
it's going
when
to
you saw
evolve.
that, I know when we saw that app,
Oh,
I was
killer.
like, ooh,
Oh boy.
it's funny because it's like when they said, okay, we're going to show the app, and they kind of started showing some stuff. I said to myself, it doesn't matter what this app looks like because they're going to pay people to use it.
Right.
Like really, like if you think about it, your app doesn't have to be that special if you tell people
No.
you're giving them 50% of the profits. But then when you look at the app and you're like, oh, geez, this
Yeah.
is going to be, boom, Instagram, 20 pictures right away. Boom,
Right.
LinkedIn, boom, boom, boom. Oh, you just connected with it. I'm just like, oh, man. Yeah,
All
that's
right, man. I'm
exciting.
on mute, bro.
All right,
Thanks.
cool. All right. Toto, did you have anything you wanted to? Oh, Toto, actually, we do need to talk a little bit about Friday. I can't hear you. I don't know why I can't hear you.
Maybe she has to unplug her mic and plug it back in.
Yeah.
Hey,
Toto,
good morning, China teacher. Teacher, I was gonna say Tim because it says Tim there.
Toto, I can't hear you. I don't know why I can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. There you
Oh, okay.
go. Okay. All right.
Actually, I think my phone have some problem, my earphone.
Oh, okay.
So whenever I put this in my laptop, so everyone can hear me.
Okay, cool. So I want to talk to you about Friday. I want to do, we're going to do a book launch, and I want to do some interviews and some things and some videos and stuff from our business sponsors. I think that it might be a good time, maybe a couple teachers would get on and kind of talk about their classes as well. You know, I'm focused more on the business side of it, but if people would like to talk now, I understand that if it's at, let's say it's at 2 or 3 p.m. here, then that would be like way early in the morning for you guys. I understand that.
Ah,
So what I would ask is that would
it's
still
okay. Actually, people they can watch again, and some of
yeah.
them, yes, they can wake up early and then join in the Zoom or watching on live. And if not, they can watch again. So it's
Yeah,
not the
and
problem.
and and then definitely have them comment on how normally I say like don't comment on mine. I really would like it for as many people to come on and watch it if they can't watch it live. Come in and at least comment, make some comments, watch it so that we can really show how worldwide we really are. Because I want people to understand that businesses, and especially, I mean, if you start thinking about even, in Vietnam, the different businesses, if you can show them, hey, look, if you just bring your coffee shop or bring your, bar or whatever, to this platform, you don't have to sell anything. You just have to interact, and people will interact with you and start generating revenue. And I think that, people will be able to, show this video and say, look, this is what businesses are getting if they come and hang out with us. So I think it's going to be a really cool thing to uh, uh, showcase what we can do with businesses and the interaction.
Yeah, actually, I agree.
Yeah. So I'm glad you got on tonight. That's awesome. Do you have anything you want to say? Any questions? Anything you need to talk about?
Maybe no.
Okay. Well,
Long
I'm
time,
glad,
Toto.
no, I'm glad you got on and are just listening. That's fine. Toto, let me I think what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna make you a co-host just to look at the names that are sitting in the message in the waiting room. I don't know any of them because they're just first names and they don't look like web talk names to me. So if you happen to know who they are, cool, but I don't, they're not doing it right. So if you guys are listening and are in the waiting room right now, first name doesn't really do it, and you haven't commented on my post yet. So I don't know if how to check and see who you are.
Um, we've been getting a lot of newbies from that one English group, but I don't know if that's where they're coming from.
Well, and that's fine. That
Yeah,
this is the learning process of that.
exactly.
If you are in the waiting room, and I did message in the waiting room as well. If you're in the waiting room in a Zoom, that doesn't mean you're going to get in, and people need to understand that. And I think this is being broadcast into some other groups too that are the new people, which is great. When this is a great example of when you go into a Zoom, you might not get into that Zoom. Why? Because you're not following the protocol. The protocol is very simple. If you're new, you need to go comment on the post of whoever is doing the live and web talk so that you can say, hey, this is me, I want to come in. We can verify who you are. Also, when you come into the waiting room, first names, that doesn't cut it. You need to have your web talk name. And speaking of which, I'm going to change this right now because I just noticed that.
You're not Teacher Tim.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So anyway, so Toto, do you have any questions about Friday other than, I'm going to probably tomorrow post some kind of time frame kind of ideas of when it's going to happen and all that. But do you have any questions about what we're trying to do?
Yeah, maybe I don't have any question about this. Now I'm clear. Yes, I know what you want to do on Friday.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Perfect.
Andy, did you
Great.
say the book meeting was at 2 p.m. Friday? Is that
No.
correct?
It's I'm gonna probably start
Eastern time, I mean.
I'm probably going to start kind of doing a live probably at about, no, it's not going to be, it won't be at 2. It'll be, let's see, 7, probably about 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Eastern time, Friday. Okay.
Yeah, and then
That's Saturday. I don't work, so.
and she's gonna have time from 7 to 8 p.m. to do the book launch and interview
Okay.
and stuff. So I'm gonna try to do like maybe an hour to 2 before that. Just bringing people in and talking to them, like the different businesses and getting those videos out there and showing that. So
Great.
probably about an hour or 2 before the book launch, and then kind of give her as much time as she wants at the end of it, and then either keep it going or end it.
Did you speak about the book thing earlier? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. It sounds interesting.
No, I haven't.
already.
I haven't said anything because we were thinking about doing it actually last Friday, but 4th of July and all that. No, we decided not to. So no, I haven't mentioned it at all.
Okay.
We've been talking about it, but I don't want to. I think I mentioned it because I thought we were going to do it one weekend, and then she was like, "No, I can't because the books haven't come in yet, so I don't even have anything to hold." So I was like, "Okay, well then just tell me when they come in." So, books are in. She's
Well, that's
ready
exciting.
to go. Yeah, it is exciting. It's
Toto has a book coming out, or
who?
Who has a book coming out?
Oh, that's a surprise. That's a business of ours. It's a business. It's already with
cool.
IG. People
Cool.
they know who it is, but they don't know who it is. I'm trying to keep it a little bit of excitement, And then actually I got in touch with Quaylon, and I'm going to I asked him if he could do a Zoom on Friday, and he did say he could. I'm trying to get that set up as well, to do a little interview with him, because I don't know if you've been listening to what we've been, I was talking to Tim and to Martin in this, but the idea is very simple, is that I want to start showcasing how powerful the group is and Web Talk is. And his video, I am pretty sure is still being watched.
It's nice. I can kind of see the views on my channel. I didn't know you were actually, I thought you were going to take it and kind of tweak it a bit, but I guess you liked what I did.
What are you talking about?
I thought when I originally had edited the post, I had originally had it unlisted, and I was giving it to you to tweak it as you wanted. And then I thought you were gonna kind of put it on your channel and edit it up. But I like what you did, though. Thank you.
No, I wanted that one to be the one that you pulled up when we were talking about the original one. I wanted it to be original and be messed up and not do anything with it, because what I wanted him to do now is I wanted him to come into the Zoom, and I want him to read it one more time, and it's just him. Nobody's interrupting. He gets to do it again, and hopefully try to get him to do another piece as well, and then go to Teacher Grant and ask him for his editing skills. I truly I appreciate you doing that. I sent you the other clip. I think we didn't get a couple other clips because YouTube had actually shut off, and so we didn't get all this. I was trying to find the one where Tim saw it the first time. But
that was part 3, right?
No, it was part 2. That was part 2, and we got part of it, but we didn't. And that's what I sent you today. Is I found another one that Tim had actually was like, "Hey guys, you should watch that." But the first time that Tim saw it, I don't know where it's at. I'm sure it's somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. I've looked in. Once again, the technology side of me is not gonna. I get real ADD with that and think of 500 other things that I could do that do not include me going through videos. If someone has that first, knows where that first video or the first time that Tim saw it.
The original clip was part 2, right? The original clip was part 2, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But you go to the end of that, and it's not that. And then there was supposed to be part 3, but I think what happened is Tim said, is YouTube cut off after 12 hours, so we didn't have it recorded anywhere. And I was looking through some Facebook
Right.
videos, and I was like, well, maybe it was on Facebook, but I don't think it was on Facebook. We weren't going into
No, we
Facebook
weren't
yet.
going live in the Facebook yet.
Yeah,
No.
so we didn't have it. It is what it is. The clip that I sent you, I think that would make 3 clips. If you could just piece those together, even that,
Sure.
piece those 3 together, I would really, really appreciate that, because I want
Yeah.
to I want to actually show that and say, you know, this is only 3 times, but
Mhm.
we, you know, the shares just, it just keeps getting shared, and people keep, you know, talking about it. And I think that that's a, you know, that's another thing to showcase that, you know, as a business or as someone who, you know, you want to be part of something, this is the place to be, because it's going to be shown. You're going to see it. It is going to be powerful. So I appreciate you, you know, doing that. And hey, Tim showed a video that had like a bunch of different clips about web talk, and people were talking and stuff. And I don't know when it was that he was showing that. And I was watching, I was like, did Grant do that? Because I don't know
No. That was Erdi. Wait.
Oh, okay.
I think yeah, it was Erdi, because there's a clip of one of my kids saying, "Let me get a drink of water," and I thought what he.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I thought that was
Man,
awesome.
oh, it was incredible. And
Yeah.
I thought, you know, that was a
Oh,
that
I'm
had
not that skilled.
right. Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. I was liking that one. So but yeah, I appreciate it, Grant, if you know, if you can do that, because like I said, I'm that kind of stuff, it would take me hours to figure out what to do with that.
Yeah, no problem. And I'm just kind of glancing. Teacher Tim, did you label part 1, part 2 on your videos? I'm just glancing at your library here. Just a quick glance.
No, the stuff that I looked at on his web talk, the different videos that were posted, I scrolled through those and it was not on there. And then I happened to see one on Facebook, the one that I sent you. I saw that was like the other video, and there's nothing else. Like everything else, I looked through it. I couldn't find it. Tim or Grant, can you take over for just a little bit? I gotta go in the house real fast, and I will be right back.
Yeah, I can keep chatting. I got about 10 minutes, and I have a collaboration with Teacher Michael.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tim,
so,
are you back to talk? Yeah. I'll be right back.
He's here. Yeah, I'll probably give him the floor in about 10 minutes. I got my collaboration with Teacher Michael. We're gonna do something together, and yeah, so I came in here just to say hey, and but time is limited. I need more than 10 minutes to talk about my experience. I think everybody knows my experience in web talk, and ideas keep popping in my head and things just keep getting better. So, you know, it's pretty cool. I'll give you the floor, Teacher Tim. You can chitter chatter away. How's the school doing?
Absolutely beautiful. Just did a beautiful mind map with him, with science, you know, our body, the internal organs, the external organs, with a mind map where they're drawing pictures and they're just loving it. True project based.
Cool. That's nice.
Walls of a classroom. Teacher Tim is back in and going to help reform the educational system further in Thailand and the world. Teacher Toto, I want to talk to you. I have about 6 minutes before I go to another class. Teacher Toto?
Yeah.
Teacher Toto, are you aware now of what's going to happen with Teacher Andy and how we can promote this Web Talk Live? It's going to be our Saturday morning and his Friday evening. And what we need to do, Teacher Toto, is all of us need to get that YouTube Live naked link, Web Talk, and spotlight post it.
Okay. Okay, I got it.
And thank you for joining here. You know that we will always wait for you, as you shared in Messenger. Wait for me, Teacher Tim. And you know, I simply go after the individuals that need to communicate with Teacher Andy and the bigger picture of Web Talk. And I thank you for being here, because what you are doing with Vietnam and the growth factor and how they're creating beautiful web talk content, and they're getting emojis, they're getting comments, and it's being shared. It's beautiful. So now let's begin to organize where we can show businesses of web talk, just like Teacher Andy, an author who's going to be showcasing a book, and in 4 platforms. We'll do the 4 platforms again. And we will get all of the authors following of Instagram and, you know, and Facebook to join her Web Talk invitation. See, and they will join Web Talk. They will get in. They will join the Web Talk lives. They'll learn how to comment, and then we'll get to meet them inside Zoom, as you know. And that's what we want. And I'm very proud of you. Yesterday, I want to share with you that, you know, I had to interrupt that beautiful discussion because I came in after promoting to my wife, Teacher Patty, and hearing Warali from Thailand, the teacher, talking to you, and then seeing my wife also from Thailand. Now, she's extremely busy creating for her company and her staff. And she's now in Web Talk, creating private posts in a custom group. They're getting engagement from each other. They're creating public posts where Vietnam is supporting them. They're getting emojis as a staff, as a hotel, as a sponsor. They're making money as free users. And my wife wants to say thank you to you, Teacher Toto, because she came into your discussion, as you know, yesterday morning, and she was listening based on her husband sharing the Zoom link and saying, guys, join for 3 minutes. Come in and listen. Come in to share if you can. And she was there. She is the true leader of Thailand, just like you and Super Dad Andy and other web talkers that you have brought in. You are the true leaders of Vietnam.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, this is the great conversation, and yes, I just like to open more Zoom and meet with people not only from Thailand, but I want to meet the people from all over the world, and also I want them to bring their country to join in Web Talk, and we can interact on Web Talk with people all over the world. That's really great.
Yes, yes. And, you know, you have such a passion to want to talk with people, you know, to learn English, to communicate, to connect. And it's so beautiful because I just came from a science class, like I shared, and introduced mind maps in English to grade 5. And the artists came alive. The artists of the mind map. You saw organs of a stomach, of a heart, of a mouth, external organs of the nose. The artists came. The science lovers came. They all came alive, a group of students, grade 5, based on what is your passion? What do you want to show? Yeah. So I, you know, to be able to come in here on a break for 15 minutes as they go get water, and then the next class is grade 5, English class. See, so I teach science, I teach social, I teach English, I teach phonics, I teach blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Everything. Because it's simple. It's simple. It is beautifully simple. And Teacher Toto, I know that on a live, you know, that I was showing you the school on the sea, and we would get you here, you know, rent-free. You could teach here at the school, and, you know, they would pay you their salary, and you know where the salary would come from as well, from Web Talk. And then you're like, oh, Teacher Tim, I love Vietnam. I don't want to leave. I said, oh, it's okay, Teacher Toto. Really, Teacher Tim's not talking to you. We're talking to Vietnam could come here and teach. And what did Teacher Andy say? Come for a month. And you know where you're going to stay for free? At the Energy. You wouldn't have to pay. There's your IEG Travel for Free project. It's already been done. We didn't need Web Talk to travel for free. Do you know a Chinese doctor? Do you know a super mom from China already traveled to Thailand to visit Teacher Tim over the past couple years because they didn't spend any money to learn English and they saved their money. And they stayed at the hotel in Pratunam from Teacher Patty's hotel for free. But you guys wouldn't know that. Get ready for the bigger picture, everyone. All right, yeah. Teacher Toto, I'm going to make you the host so when Teacher Andy comes back, okay? Oh, you're the co-host. I'm going to leave now. I'm going to go back to class and enjoy. Just share a little bit with Teacher Toto of the IEG Travel for Free project, man. How many people understand that Teacher Andy's going to come to Thailand for 1 month, forget Airbnb. He's going to stay at the Energy at a condo for his whole family, 1 month, zero money needed. He's going to get here, and then he's going to catapult himself over to Vietnam, and he's going to stay longer than a month because Vietnam is one of the top 5 for him. Are you listening, humanity? Are you?
I think with that he's out. So Toto, yeah. Anything that we want to talk about as far as the travel group?
Yeah, actually, I think everything is clear now. That's some of the members that I know, they know about our travel project. Yes, and they know that they can promote their business, their restaurant, yes, their hotel when they join in our group, and then when when coronavirus season the situation is open for everyone can travel and we can make it happen. We don't need to wait for the travel coming on Web Talk, and we can do this now after the coronavirus season.
Yeah, and I think that right now sorry, that the fly is still bothering me. I think right now what people are doing, which is incredible, is, people are posting still, they're interacting. I think that we need to continue kind of informing people. When you see a post that's IEG Travel and you make a comment, make sure to put a link to one of your IEG Travel posts. That is a great idea that I don't know who in Vietnam started that, but it is a brilliant idea, and it keeps us just generating more and more revenue, because when I make a post and I see comments with links, well, they interacted with me. I'm going to go and click on all of theirs and give them support as well. So that's a great idea. I love that whoever came up with that is brilliant. And, we got to keep doing that. We got to do that more and more to where it's like every single post that someone has, not, and this is something that I want to make clear, not your, hey, follow me on Web Talk. No. It's a link to one of your posts, because this is something that people need to hear. We have got to make sure that people are, one, not putting their profile links into other people's posts, whether it be in Facebook or Instagram or everywhere else, even in Web Talk. Do not put your profile link in someone else's post unless they have said, post your links here. Another thing is this. If someone comes to you and says, I've heard about Web Talk, it's not you talking to someone for the first time. If someone says, I've heard about Web Talk, can you answer some questions? You do not give them your link. You ask them first, who told you about Web Talk? And when they say, well, this person, you say, go to them, get their profile, click on it, set your stuff up on it, and then if you want to come talk to me and I can answer questions, that's fine. I will answer all the questions that you have, because we can't have people taking other people's profile and giving it to someone and taking those people from someone who already talked to them. Because when someone comes to me, especially like in Facebook and Messenger, and says, hey, you know, what's this info, you know, what's going on with WebTalk, or what do you know about WebTalk, or whatever, I always ask, who told you about WebTalk? And they'll say, well, this person. Okay, great. I will give you answers, but you need to go to that person and get their link. I will never take a link from someone. And I think that it's common courtesy, and it's karma. It's all these things that you need to understand, that you do not take someone and that's asking questions about WebTalk and not ask them who talked to them first. Okay, that is very important, because I don't like it that people are taking other people's posts and putting their profile link in it. That's just rude. That's not
Yes,
cool at
yes.
all.
It's
And
not fair.
no, it's not fair. You know, we need to make sure that if someone's talking to us about WebTalk for the first time, that you've asked them, hey, who talked to you first? And it's very simple. If someone gives you a name and you look it up on WebTalk, you can be talking to someone in Messenger and say, hey, who told you about WebTalk? And they'll give you a name. All you got to do is copy, paste it into WebTalk in the search. It'll pull up their profile. You copy their link, put it in the Messenger and say, is this the person? Yes, this is the person. Cool. Go to their link and sign up, but I'll answer your questions, because that part we should be helping each other. But don't be taking links. That's not cool at all.
Yeah.
Hey, Toto, I see someone with the name of Andy down below, and I think someone admitted them. Do you know who that is?
Actually, I don't admit her. I think teacher Tim or yeah, teacher maybe teacher
Somebody,
Tim admit, but
teacher
I know
Tim.
her. I know this person. I know
Oh,
this
okay.
person.
Okay, that's fine. So Andy, I don't know if you want to talk. If you do, just raise your hand, and or turn on your video, and we can talk in just a second. So if you do want to talk, that's fine. So Toto, that's just something that I obviously I'm talking to you, but I'm just wanting other people to hear it, that we can't be taking other people's links or other people's people and giving them our link and taking that from them, because the thing about it is, let's say that I shoot. Oh, yeah, here, hold on a second. Let's say that I've been talking to someone for a year, giving them information, talking to them about it, and then you just happen to talk to that person, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've heard a lot about WebTalk," and you go, "Okay, great. Would you like to sign up?" And they go, "Yeah, that'd be awesome." Well, maybe that person is a has all kinds of people that follow them. Well, now you get all of that, and I wasted a year of explaining stuff to them, and then you came in and took it. That's not cool. It's not what we do with WebTalk. And so I've heard a few people doing that every once in a while, putting their posts, and I've taken some screenshots of people that have, there'll be a live, and they'll start posting over and over and over again their profile. Now, I haven't gone through the video to see if maybe someone said, hey, post your links, because sometimes that happens. But if people aren't telling you post your links in the comments below, you better not be doing that, because that's just, they're doing the work, and they should be getting anybody that's new that comes into that and sees and wants to be part of WebTalk. That is their post, that is their people, and leave it be. But the other side of it is, you should be helping every single person that wants to talk to you about WebTalk. You should be giving them information. And I say this because if you don't understand, I have only given my link to maybe 60 people directly. But how many times do I come on and help people learn about WebTalk? a lot,
Mm.
because I'm happy to help people learn about it. I'm happy to help anybody that you bring in. I'm not going to take their links. I don't think it's just not cool to do that. So that's one thing. Anything else about the travel group? I think that, you know, I love how everybody's interacting. I love that, you know, we've kind of gotten away a little bit in the meetings of presentations and stuff like that, because we have had to put some information in there and kind of get people focused and stuff. And, you know, what I love about it is that we have such a good sized group. I mean, we have probably what, almost 200, 150, 200 people probably. I've been
Yeah,
I've been kind of
actually, this.
slacking on building that list. I need to keep building that list.
Mm.
Actually, no, it's fine. I'll find it. I was gonna say, can you send me the link again? But I can find it. It's fine. I need to kind of, you know, add more to that list, but I think we have about almost 200 people by now. And I think what's great about it is when people start coming in with the app, when the app comes out and new people from everywhere start coming in, they're gonna start kind of searching for different groups and stuff like that to see what's going on. And our travel group is going to be so big and have so much stuff that I think people are going to just come to it and join it, to be part of this group and be part of this. And I think that, you know, when the app does come out, or maybe like right before or whatever, you know, we need to do kind of a you know, a bigger video, you know, because it used to be like hundreds of people would, or, you know, 60, 70, 100 people would show up to a Zoom meeting. And now it's, you know, it's not very many, because we, you know, people are working and stuff like that. So we'll have to create a Zoom where the most amount of people can show up, and really have a big, powerful Zoom of all kinds of people talking and interacting, and maybe showing some of their posts and talking about the interaction and things like that. So that can be a big thing, that when people come in, when the app is launched, they'll be seeing this video and going, oh my gosh, I gotta be part of this group, because these people already know what they're doing. So, you know, I think we're doing really well. I think we're doing great right now. You know, just building that base that we've been doing. People are sharing, people are understanding what to do. I think people are starting to make their posts just for contacts, instead of all these big shares and stuff. I'm seeing less and less of the share. So that's good. When you share to the contacts instead of publicly. That's starting to change. I like that. You know, you're doing an amazing job of getting people to understand, you know, what exactly to do. And you know, it's just awesome. We're really building this, and I love it. I love the, you know, kind of the what's going on with it is right what we need to be doing, so that when, you know, the revenue starts growing, we're getting so much interaction. We'll be really on point as how to interact with each other. And we'll start learning a little bit more on, you know, who's where in the levels and all that. And at some point, it's not even going to matter. There's just going to be so much interaction. It's just not even going to matter. So that's exciting.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question about,
Mhm.
yes, I think most of the member of IEC Travel, they wonder about this. Yes, now they are a member of IEC Travel.
Mhm.
So, yes, in the future, on WebTalk, we will have the group, right? The group,
Mhm.
and then we will group them on the group. And then now they just, yes, enjoy anything. Yes, enjoy, post any, yes, play that they want, and then after, when we had a group on WebTalk, and then we will bring them and then group them on WebTalk, right?
Mhm. Yeah. When the business pages come out, you know, I think that's what we'll, you know, I feel like that's what we'll do, is we'll create a business page, because to me, this is a business. The travel group is a business. We're going to work together and create something that is going to be massive. So yeah, right now, you know, like we said, keep the hashtags and all that. So when we do get a business page, all these posts, the hope for me is that everybody will be able to put these posts into one place, and then they can go back and look at the posts and then start hashtagging the countries and stuff like that in their posts. So it'll put it to where people will start seeing, you know, multiple things, I hope, multiple things about each country, each city, each state, each, you know, province, whatever. So yeah, at some point, we're going to take all these people that are just posting stuff randomly right now and interacting, and we've got to get them together so they can truly see who they're with, what they're, you know, whatever. And kind of like when you look at the IEG travel or the IEG Innovative English Global profile right now, I think that that's kind of what we'll do is we're going to create something big like that IEG travel, but you know, obviously it doesn't really matter if someone's part of IEG to be part of our travel group. That's not it. Like, it's anybody and everybody. We want them to be part of it. Why? Because the more people we get, the easier it is to generate revenue. I think we could very easily generate revenue together as a small group, but why not make it the biggest thing that we can possibly do?
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's great. You know, it's a great question. You know, how are we going to get everybody together? I think we can do that once we get the, you know, the business pages and stuff. We'll be able to kind of, you know, build groups, like these private groups, so that we can just interact on a page, which would be perfect. So that, yeah, so I think that's what we'll do with that. Anything else?
Maybe no.
No. Okay.
Now I don't have any questions.
All right. Perfect. Well, once again, it's good talking to you and seeing you, and you know, thank you for all the work that I know that you are doing with Vietnam. I'll say it 100 times when RJ says one of the top 3 countries outside the United States that's active in Web Talk, Vietnam is number 3.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That is very impressive. And and not only is it impressive, it's us. That's what's so cool about it. It's you and Andy, you know, taking that vision and just say, you know, when you guys say, hey, we're getting the entire country, man, I didn't think you were gonna do it like this, but you know, what would be really cool is, you know, when you start thinking about, you know, RJ saying, you know, I want 100 million people in Web Talk, hopefully, you know, by the end of the year. Vietnam, I mean, the way this is going, and people are talking and adding more people all the time, I mean, Vietnam could be a massive chunk of that 100 million. It really could, and it's just so impressive, and it's just awesome to, you know, see all these new members all the time. There's just new people all the time, and you know, I'm really happy to see that you know, it's going so well. And this is for people out there that are watching this. If you have a question about how to make Web Talk work for you, you need to connect with Toto and Andy, and you know, connect with them and really ask them how to do it. Because if I'm dead serious, if anybody knows how to make Web Talk work, Toto is one of those people that knows how to make it work, and has been doing some amazing work. So I think Andy it's Super Dad Andy, I think is who this is, right? That's on here?
No, this
No.
Andy, not Super Dad Andy.
Oh, someone else. Okay, someone else. Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you know, if Web Talk, I really wish that if Web Talk had multiple language, so Vietnamese they can understand easily Web Talk. You know, now we need to make them to understand. But if they can read in Web Talk like they use their own mother tongues, I think they will more understand, and they will more interest on Web Talk, and Web Talk develop.
Well, you know, I think that we can do that as far as the people that we have. You know, I think that if maybe you know, people from Vietnam that truly understand what's going on and could come in and speak in their you know in their mother tongue, that would be fine. Also, from what it sounds like, RJ was saying that there's a new update that's coming that's going to make it easier for people to kind of translate the information in WebTalk into languages. So hopefully that's that's something that will help you as well. But I think they're working on trying to get languages, and I would think that, you know, it would just seem logical that if you have, you know, certain countries that are doing really well, that would be kind of your focus to get, you know, get WebTalk into their, you know, their language. So hopefully that you know, that is something that they are working on. But you know, I think we can do that ourselves, though. You know, I think that we can have those conversations in your mother tongue, because that's exactly what we should be doing. You know, it doesn't always have to be in English. You know, if people need an explanation, then we can figure out a way to do that. So, anything else, Toto? I don't want to keep you all night or all day.
Yeah,
good?
no, yes,
Okay.
it's great to have the conversation with you today.
Yeah, it's good to see you and good to talk a little bit. So yeah, so just I'll you know, I'll tag you, but you know, kind of look for the, you know, some more information about Friday, and then kind of just get that information out that, yeah, you don't have to get up at 1 a.m. to do this, but please get on and watch it at some point.
Yes,
And
actually, I'm really
comment.
curious about how business can work on WebTalk. Yes, because I know if I am a free user and I'm a free user and I'm not a business, and I know what I need to do. But for the business, maybe they can invite their employers, or they can make more their connect and followers and anything. Yes, I will watch
Yeah.
it. Sure.
Yeah, so that's a great question, you know, for people if they're listening, like what to tell a business. You know, we have the Nest, which they have created a private group. So all of their communication in their company is in the private group. So not all of WebTalk gets to see the pictures that, you know, they've cleaned a room or this or that, but all that communication is generating revenue. So the boss has up here, and then whoever's down below says, okay, this person is the one that's going to do all the posts. So all the interaction happens on this person's profile. Well, what happens is all that revenue goes right up to all the employees, all the people that are involved, all the way to the boss. Now, just in your company, you can generate revenue by your interaction with each other. So instead of emails, instead of, you know, walkie-talkie talking to someone or all that, you're just using WebTalk as a means of communication in a private group, but you're all making money as well. Now, as revenue grows, at some point that revenue will be enough that the boss can say, hey, this Friday, we've generated enough revenue. I've been making enough. Let's have a party. Let's have dinner on me or on WebTalk. And then the next part is these businesses can also do posts publicly every once in a while about their business. And of course, if they're connected to IG, all the IG people are going to connect with them, start interacting with those posts, and generate revenue as well. And if that company has a promotional video or something like that they want to show, they give it to us and we post it into, you know, the page. We show it in Zooms. And so that company doesn't have to pay anything to get advertisement in WebTalk. So what I'm going to do is I will post all the videos in, like, right now, the IEG profile. I will post all those videos. Well, what happens is the teachers, when they teach a class, they can go through and choose maybe 1 or 2 businesses that they like and say, okay, guys, at the beginning of every class, I'm just going to show this video. This is one of our sponsors, kind of like I did with the in the travel videos, in the travel Zooms, where I said, hey, watch this video. So we watched the video. Now, everyone's going to share the video, the Zoom, because that's what we've taught people to do. When you see a live, you copy the link, you paste it on your profile. So someone else is going to see it. They're going to copy the link and paste it on their profile. So now this business is getting free advertisement all around the world, and people will start, and then when people will see it and go, oh, okay, that's a cool business. Oh, they're connected to IAG. Oh, sweet. We've got to go connect with them. So they'll go to their profile, connect with them there. And the business is making money by interacting with people that maybe will never even go to their business, but they're still
Yeah.
generating new revenue.
Yeah, I want to ask you about the IEG page. That's the one thing that you yes create with teacher team, and yes, all of the member who want to be part of IEG, they need to connect with this or they just need to follow, because with the free, if this page not upgrade to pro, so we just only have 5,000 connection, I think. Yeah, so
Well,
so all of the member, they just only follow, I think, only follow this Zoom,
right.
and they can see the information from this page.
Yeah, the idea with that page is very simple. For the teachers to start, and teachers still haven't done this. I have gotten no email, like no messenger, no talk mail with teachers that you basically need to create a bio about yourself, talk about yourself. If you don't know what that means, go look at the two examples. I think there's one from Nalutza and one from myself on there. Just look at the information that it's asking for. So you put your information, send that to me in a talk mail so I can edit it, and then I'll send it back to you. And then instead of recommending IEG, what you're really doing is recommending yourself. You're writing information about yourself in those recommendations. So people can go, and when they connect to IEG, especially new people, I don't know who the teachers are, but now I can go through and look at the teachers, see what they're teaching, when they're teaching, who they are, where they're from, whatever. And then I can start connecting to those teachers very easily from just one page. And then yeah, the members of IEG and students and stuff, even teachers, connect with that profile so that you can go and see the different posts and things that we will post in there that are things that we just want people to do. Like we want people to shout out who signed them up. Why? Because we're still trying to figure out where everybody is in all the different levels, and where they're at in Web Talk. So we want to kind of see where people are. And then if you want to post a video of you talking about Web Talk and what Web Talk is doing for you in IEG, you can do that on there too. So there's a very simple amount of things that I want. Please do not post anything on there. I will delete it. So don't post. People don't need to post on it, because it's not a platform, a profile to generate revenue. It is a dead link. I have not done all the steps. It is just a dead page, but we're putting information on it so that when we get the business page, now we can just take that information and just put it in there really quickly, and then start building the real IEG page when we have business pages. So right now it's more of just getting people connected and having teachers start putting their information up so that people can see it and see what kind of classes are being taught. Because I mean, we have what, 50, 60, maybe 70 teachers already that are doing
Yes,
stuff
yes.
that nobody knows what classes they're doing. Nobody knows how to connect with them. I don't even know. So that's why I made that page, is I want teachers to go in and start sending me their talk mail, their information. I'll edit it, send it back to them, and then they put in their recommendation, and it's them. They're the teacher. They want people to see that recommendation, and it's about them. So that people can look at this list of teachers and go, oh my goodness, there's 70 choices. You have 70 choices of who you want to learn from. That's massive. That's
Okay,
huge.
I understand.
Okay.
So this is the way that the people, the student, and the teacher, they can contact and know about information from the teacher, IEC
Yep.
education, right? Okay.
Yep.
Now I
Yep.
have idea. So with the teacher, I will give them this page, and then they can send the message. With the student, I can give them this page, and then they can get information.
Yeah, because I know
Okay.
like you made a list of all the teachers. You've done that, and you've put out that
Actually,
list.
you know, on WebTalk is limited the words, so I can ask more teacher. I have more teacher there, but
Right.
on WebTalk, yeah,
Right.
they just limited the words for post something.
Well, and that's the thing is that's why I think that this is a good idea because there's constantly new teachers being added, and instead of you having to add a teacher to a list and then post it out, you can say, hey, if you want to find a class, here's all the teachers, here's their information, here's information about them, here's information about their class, here's information about the times that they have class, and then you don't have to keep redoing this over and over again. It's in one place, and you can just direct people, go connect. And yes, I will do a better job of connecting with people that are trying to connect. But make sure to tell the teachers, don't post your recommendation right away. Look at it, look at the example. It kind of sucks because everything is like put together. You can't space it. So you can't like hit like about me and then at the end of that hit return and make a space. For some reason, it just pushes it all together. That's something that we need to talk to support about. But anyway, they need to look and it'll say like about me or my classes or my times of classes. What do I teach? So there's a couple different things that they need to look at the example, type up their thing, send it to me in either TalkMail or Messenger. I will edit it, make it look exactly like everyone else's because I want them to look all the same. I really do. I want it to be when I look at it, I can look at it and see this, and done on every single teacher. So now they do that, they post it. Now, when you have new students, you can say, hey, go to this page, start looking at the recommendations, because you can look at the recommendations before you even connect and say, the recommendations are actually bios of each teacher. So start scrolling through, see who you want to join. They need to put their Zoom link and they need to put their profile link so that people can go and connect with them on their profile. Okay. So just look at the example. There's two examples, Nilutsa and myself right now. Have them just say, hey, if you want to know how to do it like this. Send it to Andy. He'll edit it. He'll send it back to you. And then you copy that, put that in the recommendation, and he'll add you to that list of teachers.
Okay.
All right. Sweet. Anything else?
No.
You keep saying you keep saying you
now
don't
it's
have any
finished.
questions. You keep saying you don't have any questions, but then you ask more questions.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Now it's nothing I need to ask more.
Perfect. All right. All right. Well, it's good talking to you. And, once again, if you have anything, just ask. And I will, you can stay on, Toto, and listen if you want, but I'm going to have Andy come on and talk to Andy. All right. Andy, go ahead and you can unmute. And if you want to do video, you can. Thank you for being patient and listening, but being patient. I don't know if you're still able to come on. I just hit unmute to see if you want to talk. Oh, yeah, there you are. Hello, Andy? I don't know if you want to talk or not. Toto, if you know who this is, if they're Vietnamese, if you want to talk to them real fast in Vietnamese, that'd be fine too.
I see that's in the first time he joined this, she opened the camera and want to talk personal. Hi Andy Bùi. Are you there?
I think they're there. Maybe they're trying to talk and we can't hear them.
Can you open your camera here?
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. There we go. Oh, you're trying to be sneaky in class. That's what it is. I see what you're doing.
She can talk.
Do you need some answers to the test? Is that what you need? Shake your head, yes. The answer is A. I think that she is just listening to us talk. So that's cool. Andy, no problem. If you're busy, it's not a problem. I was just seeing if you wanted to talk or not. I can see you're busy. But thank you for joining, and whatever question number 10 is, just write down C and you'll be fine. All right. It was good seeing you. Just go ahead and keep on listening. Toto, I think that, let's see. Oh, there's Lambs. She commented. Oh, okay. They have a cool new way of showing a share. Toto, did you see that? If you look on here, let me show you real quickly.
WebTalk?
Yeah, I'll just show you on a screen share. Have you seen this before? So there's my post, but then this says view more share. It looks like it's showing her sharing. Have you seen that before? It's kind of interesting.
So nice to show.
And then down here, she actually has a comment. Lambs has a comment, but up here it looks like she shared it, and it's showing that she shared this comment. Interesting.
Actually, this one, I think this a new updates from WebTalk.
Yep.
Before
Yeah, there's a couple things that I've seen that are new. A couple new things I've seen on the, let's see, I don't think it's on the phone. On my phone, there's like it has like this part. Let's see if it. Oh yeah. So this right here. Yeah. So this is on my phone. I saw this, that it has like these, kind of bigger buttons, which is kind of cool. It kind of gives you an idea of what you're actually clicking on. So I thought that was kind of cool. I saw that as an update.
Actually, I feel happy because even though it's small, but WebTalk is better and better every day.
It really does look better and better every day. You're so right. And what's cool is when RJ showed us the app, the app looks so much like the what we're seeing right now, the web page that we're seeing right now. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, so that's an update there. And then this looks like an update to me, this part, this shared, it kind of it shows that, it shows like a box of someone who shared and what they wrote. So that's really cool. You can actually see what they wrote about your whatever they wanted to write, but then and then they shared it. Of course, Terry is on here. Terry's always on.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know where Tim is at. I don't know what he's. Oh, let me see. Yeah. Hold on one second. Maybe Terry knows where these 48 hours is. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, there's always something coming up. RJ actually did update post, I think earlier today, and was showing some of the, talking about some of the things that they have updated. But it's funny because he'll talk about stuff and it's technical, so you're just like, oh, okay, there's gonna be an update. But then you click on something, you're like, oh, okay, well, this is different, and it's just, it's crazy because it's looking better and better all the time.
Mm.
It really did. It just
Wow, yes, actually I like it. We can
this
go to the new feed, yes, directly, right? We don't need to put a click on our name anymore.
for
Maybe
what? Oh, for the
I
news feed?
new feed.
Well, yeah, because this is, for this,
Before
when you click
usually
on
need to
this,
our name or the web talk.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, but now we
yeah.
can click here.
Yeah, up here, when you click up here, all this is doing is taking your profile, and then you can actually look through your news feed, like all the stuff that you've put on. But when you go over here and click on news feed, it takes you here, directly here, so that you can make a post right away.
Ah, okay.
That's the difference between clicking on your name and clicking on that news feed. Let's see. Ooh, some potato sushi popcorn. Do you know about this?
No,
No, you don't know
actually,
about this? Okay.
no.
We'll like it because I don't know what it is. Okay. Oh, I do know about this though. Onion rings. That's nice. This is one of your foodie groups, right? Don't you have a food group, Toto?
I don't have, but travel group is also the yes food group.
And the animal group, correct?
Yeah, animal group too.
Okay. Oh, someone's biking. Eh. I have a friend actually, Toto. This is kind of funny. I have a friend who is actually biking in Vietnam right now. Not this guy, but a friend of mine that I used to teach with in Abu Dhabi. He teaches in Hanoi, and every time that he gets off of work, so like summer break or whatever, he will do like bike trips wherever he's at. So he did like one bike trip he did like through Britain and Scotland and everything, and now he's doing a bike trip through Vietnam. So he's been biking through Vietnam, so that's kind of cool. Man, this person really likes food. Look at all this food. This is crazy. Now here's the thing, guys, and I quite honestly, this person, these are not shares, these are posts that this person is putting. I can tell that she loves food, but I don't think you need to post 20 food things in a row.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two a day would be fine. I mean, all of this it looks delicious. I'm not even gonna lie, like it definitely,
But too
all of it
much.
looks,
I think this
but
too much for you on your new feed.
I think I gained about 10 pounds just scrolling through this. All right, crispy chicken. Man, it's kind of funny, but I'm gonna have to follow this person just to find to maybe, let's see. Oh, you know what, Toto? While we're here, I think I'm gonna stop. I was gonna follow her for a second. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me look real fast and see if I have.
Teacher Andy, I have question. When we go to the profile of any person on WebTalk, and how can we know that they in our downline or not, or we can know about this?
Well, it's. Hold on one second. If you look here, look on mine. Okay. Oh. Okay. If you look on. It's it. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so I think, and this is what's weird, is because I think this is still not correct. I still feel like that it's not quite correct, but if you look up here, see in the corner where it says second and first, I thought that that was, you know, what it is, but it can't be because none of these people are on my first level.
Yeah, actually before that's RJ told us that's the second and the first here is the bugs.
Is a what?
It's the bugs.
Yeah, I think it is a bug. I think you're exactly right, because I believe that this will show you what level they're on, because it used to be pretty good about if you saw it, it would say, you know, the right level. Let me see. Now, of course, there's this way. If you look at the dashboard and you go down to your referrals, I mean, this is the hard way, I think, but this way you can look and see whoever is on your, oh, whoops. Do you see that?
No, I thought it did editor.
What's that?
Here, yes, Innovator English Global.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Yeah. So this is, you know, to me, this is the hard way. I think that this is something that is not user friendly yet. Having to scroll through all of this and then connect and all that, like that's been a real pain for me to try to connect with everybody. But yeah, it used to be that if you just look at your contacts, you know, it would do that. Now let me show you what we were talking about as far as Innovative English Global goes. If you look down here, see, oh, okay, good. Muhammad Jabbar. Now see, here's the problem, is Muhammad Jabbar did this, but he didn't send it to me first. So if you look at it, it doesn't look anything like Coach Nalutza's,
Yes.
right? So if you look, classes I teach, she explains it. About me, she explains it. And let's see. I have, oh, yep, class times. I have regular meetings. And then, oh yeah, please connect with. And then my Red Talk link and my Zoom link. Okay, so that information is very specific, and that's why I tell people don't put your recommendation in here right away, because see how his looks? It does not look right. So I'll have to message him and tell him he needs to send that again. Because if you look, here's the example that everyone should follow. Classes I teach, and see, this is the problem, Toto, is you can't hit return and space this. It just puts it all together, which is, I don't like that, but it is what it is. So classes I teach, about me, let's see, okay, class times. So you have the times and you write it, you know, whatever your country is, and people can figure it out from there. That's their job. And then connect with me and send a talk mail. That could be part of the IAG group. And then my web talk link, my Zoom links, and then just some information, okay? Some hashtags and stuff like that. So when you're talking to your teachers, just tell them to look at this format and just look for anything that has the colon right here. See that colon, the 2 dots? They would add their information. And then just copy this, basically just do exactly this, you know, what this looks like and what Nalutza's looks like, okay? So that
Wait. I see
sorry.
here you can open the ask, right?
The what?
Here.
Here,
because
what?
can you open the ask? Because this your is the pro yes pro user, right? And here I can see the ask here. Want to remove that? Can you open and turn off the ads when you use the yes Pro user?
The open
Yeah, I
what?
can see.
This? Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about?
Okay,
This?
wait.
Or do you want to? I'm confused. What are you trying to? What do you want me to open?
Yes, because I see here in your page, and I
Mhm.
can see the ads rewards. Oh no, the advertisement here.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh yeah, this right here.
So are you use the Pro, yes Pro, and then you
No.
click
See,
and open?
this is the IEG page. This
Okay.
is not a pro member. This is just a
Uh,
free page. Remember we said that we just made a dead page.
mm,
So yeah, so that's actually pretty cool. This is something that you could click on if you had
I
a
also can
regular
open
account.
this and then.
You wanted to open? You want me to open it?
Yes, I want to open. I
Okay, let
want
me
to
see.
open even though I'm Pro member.
Okay, so I clicked. Oh yeah, there it's showing up on the screen. This is what it looks like. So
Mm.
E-Trade, I could look at this and I could open up an account through here. Now, what I'm guessing is if you were to open an account through E-Trade, then WebTalk would get probably a commission. Let me see, are they an affiliate? Oh, yeah. So I'm sure it's an affiliate. Right here, it's an affiliate program. So anybody who would click on this, it would go to, what am I trying to say? Like RJ, basically, or WebTalk. It would be, yeah. That's interesting. Cool. So anyway, so then Toto, this is for the teachers. Okay, the about me part was just talking about innovative English, not myself. This is for the teachers where they should be putting their information in so we can create a list of that. And then if you look on the news, okay, so I posted something about the OBS software so that if you have any teachers that are trying to figure out how to get use OBS so that they can do live stream with their free Zoom account, they should watch this video. Now, quite honestly, I don't know if the video is good. I heard it was good and it was very informative, but I haven't really looked at it. Let's see. Yeah, I think Tim's been posting stuff in here. Somebody's been posting stuff. I'm gonna have to clean that out. But anyway, this says if you're a student at IG and want to share a small 1 to 2 minute video about how IG is helping you learn, please share. If you want to put a video in there, you can, or you can write something. And then this one is shout out who gave you their link. So members of IEG, tell us whose link you used to sign up in WebTalk. Hashtag any groups that you are related that you are in related to IEG. So some people aren't reading the directions very well. All you have to do is say this. I was invited. Yeah, Andy did it right. I was invited by Nalutza, and I'm joining IEG Travel, IEG Student, IEG Teachers, IEG Vietnam, and Vietnam Admin. Thank you. That's it. I was invited by Bastoon, hashtag IEG Kurdistan, and an IEG Teacher. Great. That's all you need. So people need to start doing. And the thing is I mean, if people don't do this, not like it's the end of the world. It's just we're trying to figure out how many people really are involved. And probably people can't do this because there's 69 followers and I have been slacking. So maybe tomorrow morning I will add those. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Sweet. Oh, Tim's back. Oh, so yeah, so that's the page. It's kind of a dead page, but it's just putting that information in. And teachers, if you just saw that, make sure to send me your look at Nalutza and myself as an example, and find the different categories that you need to write in, because Muhammad Jabbar, you you didn't look at the other ones, and I understand that everyone, you know, there's people doing this as a second language, so it's never, I don't think it's ever you didn't do it right. It's just you didn't understand, and that's fine. So don't put your stuff in the recommendation first. Send your information to me. I'll edit it, and then I'll send it back to you, and then you can put that into the registration, because I just don't want to have a lot of mistakes on a thing where people are supposed to be looking at teachers and figuring out what their information is. So I want it to be as you know, as well written as we can do it, so that people understand what's really going on. So hopefully that makes sense, Toto.
Yeah, that's clear for me.
Okay.
Just for those for the teacher, for the new teacher, and they not just connect with IEG page, and they can comment, and also they can send the message. How about this?
No, I don't want anybody to comment and message on it, because that's wasted revenue for someone. It's a dead page. I'm not trying to make money off that page. I'm trying to make money off of teachers' pages. So this is more of just trying to get people to see one place, all the teachers, and then connect with all those teachers and start interacting with those teachers to support them. That's another, I mean, ultimately, that's another reason why, is so that every student that comes into IEG can go down that list and start clicking on those names and connecting to every single teacher and start interacting and supporting them as well.
Okay.
But don't write comments in there other than just the response to, you know, the comments that I've put on, and I'm going to go in there and probably delete some of those posts, because to me they're unnecessary.
Okay.
Because I don't want people to interact on this site. Like, I really don't want them to do much on it other than just the simple, you know, kind of like data information is basically what it is. And then at some point, when we get business pages or whatever we get, we're going to take all this information, put it in there, and then we can actually make that a place where people do kind of interact and you know, connect and stuff. But once again, we're not trying to support that page. We're trying to support each other. That's
Okay,
really the ultimate goal, is to support the teachers. But it's a good place to see where, you know, real easy to see who the teachers are and who to connect with. And hopefully at some point, what we'll do is we'll put like if Erdy has interviewed a teacher, we'll put that video in so they can kind of see the teacher and hear a little bit and get some knowledge about that teacher and see if it's someone that they actually want to follow or get into their class. All right.
Yeah, okay.
All right. No more questions this time?
No.
All right. Well, do you have any more questions? You just ask. That's funny. All right. I think Andy's done taking her test. Hopefully we gave her the right answers so she didn't fail. And Tim's back. I don't know what he has to say. He doesn't look like he's really focused on us right now.
Always 100% focused. That's the dangerous part of the insanity of this guy.
Right.
We're talking about the dead page, the IEG fan page, the official fan page of WebTalk. It's really nice to have Teacher Toto kind of see it and what the true purpose of it is. And it's an informational page right now, Teacher Toto, to let new web talkers know who the teachers are. They can just go right there. They can press a link from that teacher. As you know, they have a recommendation written. It's just pressing the name. It takes them to the real WebTalk profile of that teacher. It shows them what they're offering. So again, it's you know, everybody thinks they know about pages and, you know, clubs of Facebook and whatever other platforms have. Well, All of those clubs over there and other places are wonderful. It doesn't do anything revenue wise. And it does promote people. So we this page, Mr. Web Talk and Abdur, Bangladesh and Russia, they're creating short videos. Coach Nalutza, 3-minute video. Teacher Jenny from Madagascar, Living It's Up, a 3-minute video. It's a beautiful video, like they're on a smartphone, 3-minute video. They're already being created. The next part is to get these IEG creators to get those videos in this page so people can see, oh, wow, Teacher Jenny is an IEG teacher. I got to join her. They don't, hey, Teacher Jenny, can I join your class in the dead page? No, I mean, and that's what Teacher Andy just shared. We're dealing with non-natives who are learning English as a language. They're not going to understand the posts of what Teacher Andy's, what he's writing. Give a shout out, write your, who invited, you're not going to understand that. They're going to be like my phone. My phone's going to be like, yeah, great. This is great. And what, if you go into that dead page, you're going to see the insane awareness guiding her on what she needs to write. Do I really want to be in a dead page right now? Do I really want to spend 3 minutes when I can be spending time in Web Talk all over the place and giving real money value? No, I will stand with Teacher Andy's idea to create the page of information based on what RJ shared in a meeting of people asking, how do we set up, when are pages coming? When are clubs coming? So I got to spend time in a dead page.
Yeah, I should probably reword that.
What purpose? For what purpose? Because I'm going to stand with Teacher Andy's idea of creating the #1 page in Web Talk. Why is it the #1 page? Because the gig economy of IEG has already started. The gig economy, value-based, giving from their hearts, giving what? Environments of learning, environments of engagement, environments of giving. And what happens on the other side of that giving? Emojis and comments. Teacher Toto, this is why many Web Talkers who were following us in all of these Web Talk Lives and Zoom, when Teacher Andy said to all the IEG students and IEG members, hey guys, give emojis to all these teachers, just give emojis and share. They didn't understand that. The teachers were giving a value. We were going to show the teachers that we have students from over 65 countries that could support them. Right now, it's with measly little points and measly little values. And I will stand to the point where points do mean something. It means that we are active. There is a value to the points right now. It's showing about our platform called Web Talk. There's a value. Points mean something. It means something with Teacher Tim's 24 hours. What are the point values given? Given to the members of IEG, teachers, students, travel enthusiasts, guiding them towards the correct way to develop Web Talk. I will be the first to say, I am extremely proud of the point generation from IEG because they're creating Web Talk content, #1. Exactly what RJ said. That's how you create points to redeem for money, to grow the platform. Because America thinks it's pennies does not mean Kurdistan thinks it's pennies. Does not mean Vietnam thinks it's pennies. Does not think it's Thailand meaning it's pennies. To these countries, it is a true game changer today. Not a year from now when the points are a different type of value because of WebTalk Travel Portal and the booking fees and the marketplaces there, and then the value of every 1,000 points, you might not see a value of the free rewards as being more than a penny. As many people, oh, the value of the free rewards is always going to be at a penny. Are you sure? Are you really sure? Do you really understand what a platform is of this magnitude? No, you do not. So keep quacking your mouth and keep going through your learning issues. And understand that Teacher Andy is actually guiding his own visions connected to others correctly and naturally. You heard him, Teacher Toto, you didn't come in. Actually, I shared something about Teacher Marie and the conformity of the schedule, when actually Teacher Andy wants to make it as natural as possible for people to come in before the book presentation and the book launch, is to have web talkers come in naturally if they have the time, based on the quacking of humanity's mouth. Anti-busy, anti-busy, anti-busy. Web talkers are not showing that. They're actually watching this web talk live while they're working. They're actually giving comments in web talk while they're working. Can they join Teacher Toto and Teacher Andy right now? No. But they did a little while ago when I was gone. You talked about a tie. How? Because Super Dad Andy in a web talk live is guiding someone, is in the waiting room with a name. Please let them in if you have a chance. But not many web talkers are going to understand it. They're going to hear Teacher Tim come on. Oh, he's screaming about something. He's yelling about something. I don't care what you think. I really don't. Because you don't understand what web talk is. It is so simplistic. Listen to RJ speak. He even says it. It's so simplistic. Teacher Toto, you understood that when Teacher Andy stepped away before I had to go to a class. You have taken web talk to another level with your country, Vietnam, because of the #1 skill that you have developed, listening. If people cannot understand that, they can't understand it. And they can't understand it because listening is not part of humans' nature right now. When actually humans' nature is the great listening skill. How did we survive? We listened inside nature thousands of years ago when there was a bear coming or another type of animal coming after us or trying to hunt us. We weren't quacking on our phones in Facebook. We're bringing back the #1 skill. It's already happening. And that's how we develop web talk. Through the communication of listening to each other. So I'm going to continue to be in the dead page of IEG because I see the vision. I see the vision of what that page is going to be when it is established. So Teacher Toto, are you ready for the live event Saturday morning?
Yes.
What's the #1 thing when you wake up and you see the YouTube live link? What's the #1 thing you're going to do for your web talk account? What's first?
Yeah, I copy this link and then post like this. and inform for everyone. Also copy that link and then give for everyone that I know on web talk. Yes, on
And
the
you do that in all of your little other outside messenger groups and Zalo groups and other little fun little groups out there. Oh, I need to be in these groups because it's informational to get them to web. Actually, I love. I'm just making funny in a beautiful way. Okay?
yeah.
I understand what you're doing. And it's worked magnificently. That's why I love who you are. And I love when Teacher Andy is sharing beautiful stories about you as we communicate every day privately for a few minutes before we go live. The number one story is pretty much always about how you have led Vietnam. And now you come to me and say, hey, Teacher Tim, are you sharing my invitation link? Your personal invitation? Yes, I am. It's very important now that we develop your beautiful first level and we broaden and widen it. Because we need someone like you who's going to make revenue every single day to show the world what you're going to do with the revenue. And like Teacher Andy says, if anybody asks you how much you're making, if anybody says, what are you going to do with it? It's up to you to answer.
Yes.
It's up to you to answer. No one else. Because Teacher Tim makes it clear as the beautiful sun that's bright in Hua Hin right now. I make it clear it's a true nonprofit for my Web Talk account. Very clear. How many people understand what a true nonprofit is? They don't. I don't care. What's a true nonprofit, Teacher Tim? I thought a nonprofit, you ask for money and you gain money from people, and this is what we. All right, yeah, those are the facts of the old. Let's remove those old facts and let's create some new ones based on the beauty of Web Talk. It actually supports everybody. It even supports your dog. It supports the birds. Do you want to start talking about the environment and what Web Talk's going to do for the environment with humanity? Now they're listening to each other. Oh yeah, we can start talking about that. You're not ready though, humanity. You're not ready for that. You'll crumble once Teacher Tim starts talking about that, very high level. You'll crumble. What's the topic? The topic is this. Put that on and get ready to take a ride of your life. The time of your lives. RJ said it. Go back to the 1 hour. The time of your life. It's a song. I shared it on a Musical Monday on purpose after RJ came in. How many knew the reason why Teacher Tim shared that Musical Monday video, Time of Your Lives? Nobody knew. They didn't know. Listen to the song. I should play it right now. I'm going to leave this Web Talk live, this Zoom right now, and go listen to it. And I'll see you in Web Talk. Teacher Toto, thank you. Mahalo.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Mahalo.
Uh-oh. Teacher Andy, maybe the children are up. Maybe Teacher Tim woke them up from the loud sounds of the backyard, and their bedrooms are on the second floor with the windows open because there's no air conditioning on.
No, yeah, Lennox did get up, so I'm putting him back down to sleep. If you want, you can get off of this one because the live is coming from my computer.
Yeah, we'll stop it. We'll stop it, guys. We'll stop.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right.
Friday is the focus. American time in the evening. and then Asian time, early morning, we focus, we get as much attention on these Web Talk Lives with the book launch and before.
Teacher Andy, can you make the post, yes, inform about this time first for everyone can aware about this?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to Tim and everybody tonight, and then I will make a post in the morning about, you know, general times or whatever, and then I'll tag you in it so that you can send it out.
Yes.
Perfect.
Not a problem.
All right, let's end this, Glory.
All right.
And enjoy whatever time we got left. Thanks, Teacher Andy.
Yep.
Teacher Toto.
Thank you, Teacher Andy.
All
World
right,
of
bye-bye.
Travel.
Yeah.